Yo, Pickasso, here we go. I came to fuck the game till it bust a hymen. Split personalities like Shutter Island. Sleeping on the kid, we gonna shut your eyelids. You reporting, resorting to fucking violence. Y'all suckers whining, but the culture dying. Meanwhile, you're trying to subsidize it. Fuck a live show, y'all chumps is lying. I swear, the only time I'll ever open up is your bitch's pussy when I bust inside it. It's an animal kingdom, I'm a fucking lion. Y'all fucking lying, then trying to justify it. Flipping on you bitches like a fucking sidekick. For real, you need to stop talking. Non-stop bomb dropping like the hobgoblin. Everlasting bitch, I'm gobstopping. Shut up and listen while the boss talking. What I spit is straight dope. Fire with the battle rhymes, I incinerate folks. When I rap, your kids should take notes. My verses off the wall like innovate quotes. Greatest of all time, or just a scapegoat. Legend in Detroit, bitch, Nicky Days loaf. I could have you murked if I get to say so. Cause you can't fix your face if it ain't broke. Distinguish if it's myth or if it's a hoax. I kick insane flows that go on for mad long like interstate roads. I paved the way for you, I should have been a maid coach. They think I'm playing but I ain't though. Stuck in them same old games like Saints Row. On another level like whenever the game low. Came to bring change like I'm playing arcade mode. Chronicles of Riddick like the last name Bo. Stay throwing them things to you days to KO. I bang like an 808 drum and bass flow insane. So there's nobody fucking with my stage show. I sculpt an image on the mic like Dave So. Blood like acrylic ink, I splatter on this page slow. Brushes with death, now I'm painting with brain strokes. I'm like Bob Ross and non-Hodgkins in brain mode. Picasso, bitches case closed. Anyone in the way getting flame throw. Bitches game over. Game over.
Game over. Happy Monday, y'all. I am just waiting on Pablo, but we got a show for y'all. We got a show. We have a show. I'll just say that. So, Picante salute, MME salute, Hazy Rapper Stoned. Oh, and the motherfucking goat himself.
Hey yo, it's P Money.
Hey. So, yo, Unscripted Logic, episode 31. Episode 31. I am your host, Socialist. It is crazy. And I am your host, Social Assassin. And the other host, I always say with me as always, as if he's a co-host, but my other host,
The other host,
the GOAT, you know.
The GOAT. I think people finally realizing that, you know.
Yep. Salute, y'all. Bruce, Haji, salute.
I did actually see a comment that said, "Yo, Pablo might be the best in this shit." So.
Actually, I got two text messages from people who I'm definitely not going to say their names because it would be a conflict of interest for sure. Definitely texted me and said, yo, Pablo is the best right now in virtual battle rap. And I have to agree. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew this. I told Pablo, I said, bro, you just have to get a couple battles in, get people used to you. And then, bro, I told y'all he was going to set a new bar for battle rap. For virtual battle rap, and I feel like he really did that. Yo, I feel like you really did that. You could have did a little less. What? But it was fire.
But yeah, I was.
Now, I get it though because as people who as people who have battled in person, right? Like you're used to getting the reaction. So when you say something dope that you know like you would normally get reaction for after, you you kind of like it's just a natural instinct to kind of
Can
like
I tell you what it really was?
yeah. So
I needed to catch my breath, and
no, I know
didn't want to
that's what it
stand there
was.
breathing like because I couldn't breathe through my nose, and those parts where I know I needed more breath to get to the next part, and I didn't want to just stand there awkwardly. So
Right. No,
that's
and
I did it. I cut like maybe the first 2 times, but that's why I did it more was to like, because I mean what I said was crazy. Like at the parts I did it, like
no, for sure.
where I'm like that was what crazy, but
But
also
it's like,
I
but
needed
all,
the breath before the next part, so I was just like, what?
yep. And but it is true though. Like
Uh,
when you go from battling in person to battling virtually, and you're not getting that reaction, you kind of have to hype yourself up.
right,
You know,
right.
um, so yeah, it was.
When you land, like that's the thing. Like there's certain parts I knew were haymakers, but yeah, when you're in a room by yourself and you just landed a haymaker, but there's a delay. There's a delay in the chat when they react to the haymaker, so you have to, it's either you just keep going through it, like you didn't just say something fire, or you pause and give them a second to react to it, but then you're just standing there awkwardly. So I know I did see some people like, oh, a little less self-reaction, but it's like mostly it comes from people that aren't performers, they aren't battlers.
Right.
They'll never understand. They'll
Mhm.
never understand.
No,
So
you're right. You're
like,
right.
you just, I get it. If you weren't feeling the what, like I get it, but at the same time, like, come on, like some of it was like what, like come on.
Yeah, no, for sure. But even a couple times, I was like, Paul, like Pablo, chill with the.
I know,
But
but that's what
but
like
no, it wasn't
after the maze was laughing, like I know that wasn't crazy enough to say what. I
right.
needed a breath at that part.
Exactly. No, and
I didn't
I
know what
knew
else to
that. That's
say.
why. That's
I
why.
didn't know what else to say. And I
That's
felt like
why I
pausing
wasn't.
to take a sip of water or something would have been like too awkward and long,
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I knew that's what it was, though. I knew you were just trying to catch your breath.
Right.
Hold on one.
But I mean, it's not like I'm the only one that did, like he did that in the battle too. So like sometimes you, like you said, you gotta hype yourself up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like I said, when you come from uh, battling outside where you're used to getting the reaction, it
Mhm.
it energizes you, and it you feed off of it. So if
Mhm.
you don't have that, you got to do something to keep yourself in that mode.
Right, but like I see Me do that a lot too, and like when I'm never like, oh, he's reacting to his own shit again. Like I actually like that. I appreciate it. I feel like he's like what? Like
Right. Nah.
like
Yeah. I
I
do
think it was
too.
just the tone of voice. I knew a couple times when I said it, I'm like, oh, the tone I did. It wasn't like
Yeah.
what? It was like what? Like it did come off like, oh, that was the wrong tone. That
Yes.
I said it.
Yeah, there you
That's what
go.
it was. If I was like, what? Like
Ryan,
what? Like if I
Pablo.
went up in inflection, I don't think it would have been a thing. It's just the inflection
Pablo.
I hit the what in. That's
You're,
all it is. That's all it was.
You're talking to me all wrong. Wrong tone.
If I was like, what? Like what? Because I was like in aggressive mode, and the way I said, I was like, what? Like it didn't. Like I don't know. I get what you're saying.
But yeah, but Fire Battle, bro. I gotta give you your flowers, and yo, shout out to Adept for putting my fucking when I said if y'all don't appreciate what Seizure did last night, then what are you doing here? Right after he drops the N bomb, yo, like now look, now look, the reason that when I did my recap, the reason I didn't even address that is because that it's not my business to address that.
Right.
I broke down the battle and gave my opinion on who I thought won. And it's as simple as that. That shit is between them two.
Right.
Listen, I heard Seizure's bars and I didn't and I that part was not in it.
Right.
Otherwise I definitely would have said
Leave that part out.
Leave that part up.
But I do want to say I was recapping this shit yesterday, and they were both in the building, and I didn't
I didn't get a chance to watch.
I didn't want to like. I felt like there was already enough like back and forth, and there was already like enough like with all the debacles around the
Animosity.
battle and shit. I didn't really want to like get into it a lot. I was like, I wanted to focus more on the material, you know. And but
Yeah.
you know, grinding on the block, our cheese grater, Heckler and Coke, Pablo the Peacemaker. Because I got them both to pull up, and not like, you know, there's some other channels out here where, shout out to them. I know it's content, but they instigate. They were drop them to pull up.
They want the crash
to get
out.
them to argue more. I didn't want that. I fuck with both of them. I rock with
Yeah,
both.
heavy.
So
I like both of them a lot.
I felt like it had been long enough. It was like, bro, the battle you both had a fire battle. Why can't we just pull up and have a conversation about the battle at this point? You know what I mean?
Right,
and I felt like they both knew that. And I felt like I feel like it's just a testament to not just who I am, but the channel itself. They know that it's like, I didn't even drop a link the whole time I was doing a recap. It's like, no, I have things to say.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Recap the battles. I waited till I was done recapping all of it, and I said, I'm gonna drop the link, but I don't want just one of you to pull up. Like, I'm gonna drop it.
Right.
You both want to come up and have a conversation. If it gets crazy, I'm gonna jump in, but like, I'm gonna try not to like I'll let you guys talk. And, you know, shout out to them. They both pulled up. They had not only civil conversation, they were giving each other props on bars they liked, the approaching, the writing. Like, it's like, yo, you did a lot of research. Like, I like to see shit like that when the battle's over and
yeah, I love that. Good sportsmanship. But hold up, one time for the one time.
Oh yeah.
Talking about technical battles as though they just happen. It's getting heated cause they both have passion. Pablo Pickasso, social assassin. Friends dropping gems cause they know about rapping. Hop on the panel and get to why you're wrong. Debated on the channel, so on and so on. Chop it up and discuss different topics. Come in and watch it, Unscripted Logic. Come in and watch it, Unscripted Logic. Unscripted Logic. Every Monday from 6 to 9, talk battles and pick apart shitty lines. And if you're not on my side, I can change your mind if you give me time. But while you're here, you should hit the like, cause we keep it raw every Monday night. Nah, bro. No, I'm fucking telling you. Oh my god. You don't know a goddamn thing. Are you serious? You're out of your mind. Exactly. I can't fucking believe this. Oh, please. Get the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's ridiculous. Bunch of chuns and no goddamn thing. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Really? Yeah, okay, bro.
Yeah.
What was that trash you were just playing?
Yo, J-Rock, that's going to get stuck in your head, and every Monday you're going to look forward to it just because of that song. Usually we play it earlier in the show, but...
Right. That's one bar I thought was like, what? I was like, dude, you bad, real bad. Like, you never forget song. And I'm like, you mean the thing that Latin Pain keeps singing over and over?
I know.
During the show. Like,
every time he said OG Capri versus Rio Nicosia, he sang it just like, yeah, facts, yo.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, even when they try to hate, it's like, it's so catchy. It's like, bro, that's the point. Are you not getting that that's the point of it? Like,
right.
I don't know.
Oh, good. So now, Pablo,
I
want to ask you a couple questions.
What is this? Interrogation?
It's a little bit of an interrogation.
I know nothing, sir. I don't know.
Listen. I have I have some. I have a few interview style questions, but then I have some different type of questions for you later in the show. And if other people want to join the panel and you know, take part in that as well, that would be cool. But Pablo, so what was your, because we know that it wasn't the opponent that was your driving force for this battle, and I know it was multiple things. Some of it you may not want to talk about on the show, but
yeah.
what was, but aside from that, what were your other driving forces for this battle? I know the answer, but for people who don't know.
Right. Well, I mean, I've said I won't get into like the details and shit, but I said before, you know, I was dealing with some real life shit that pretty much since this battle has been booked, as soon as I agreed to it, I was dealing with some shit. But aside from just that, I mean, the reason I took the battle in the first place, like, I don't know, man. I just felt like I never really wanted a battle. I feel like you know that. Like, every time I battled before, either like social would like sign me up for it, or someone would ask me, or someone else wouldn't show up or something. So it would always be like, all right, I guess I'll do it. Almost like doing it for someone else, whoever asked me. I was like doing them a favor.
And I put him in that situation
like,
a few times.
Even the clip shit, like he said, "Oh, you do." Like I fucked with virtuals, that's why I did it. But even that, like, it almost felt like homework and shit because I wasn't like feeling it really.
I was like, yo, I got you a battle with Clip. Me and Adept set it up. He's like, what? What?
Right. I'm like, great. Now I gotta go do research, find out about this dude. Never had a conversation or an interaction, so now I gotta like.
And just to make it clear, did I feed you any information on?
No,
Clip?
you didn't tell me anything.
Didn't tell you anything.
So it was just like, I don't know. Every battle I had before, I was like not really like wasn't really like super interested in it, like, and I don't know, like, I guess it was more like when people would ask, like, we'd be doing the show and shit, and people would be like, yo, what's Pablo's best battle, so I can go watch it. And I didn't have a definitive answer to that.
I always did,
good
but
performances.
I feel you.
Right. I know I've had some good ones. I mean, the bars are always fire, but it's like the performance itself, I'm very like harsh critic of myself. So I always know like, oh, I could have done this better. I never felt like there was like a performance that I'd be like, no, go watch that one. That's
right.
You know? And I just felt like I knew myself that I never showed what I can really do in a battle.
And do you feel like you showed and accomplished that in this battle?
Absolutely. The fact, like I said, I didn't even feel like, dude, I couldn't, I was texting you like an hour before the battle.
Yep.
Bro, I couldn't even stand up. Like, I was drenched in sweat. I was like shaking. I fucking couldn't breathe. My voice is all fucked up. And I'm literally telling social, I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to perform this shit. Right.
And I gave him some really good advice, and I know he was irritated with me at the time because, when you're sick like that, you don't want to hear shit. So,
right.
And I'm telling him like, like do this.
Just relax, calm your nerve. I'm like, motherfucker, it's not nerves. I'm like,
yeah. I'm like, I know, but
you're getting on my nerves. Like,
yeah. I'm like, but once you get up there, your adrenaline's gonna kick in. It's gonna override the sickness, and you're gonna get through this shit. Like,
right. So the fact that like I was able to like fight through that, and I feel like people were saying like, oh, this is the best Pablo. Some people were saying like performance of the night and shit. I'm like, that's crazy.
He was like Rocky, and I was like Mick. I was like, except I was like, you're not a bum, Rock.
And would you ever do a recap? Yeah, I would absolutely do that. I would even do it with D Money.
But D Money didn't even recap that battle. So
right. I mean, like, I have no issue with doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I didn't like when
I mean, salute to you, man. Yo.
Yes. Emmy, bro,
Salute
that
to
I
you.
was just
That battle was
that
fire. I
that
don't want you to think that just because I gave it to Seizure that that battle was fire. It was a very close battle. I just felt like Seizure got the battle. That you know what I mean?
you just snapped in it though. But I
Seizure
like
snap, bro.
Emmy's fucking them people still, your people still. It's like, yo, your people still land, fuck whatever. It's like, and say my people still, like the peace instilled, like, dude, that whole scheme was ridiculous. I was like, oh my god, the way
Yeah.
the cadence that he set up, and he like had the scheme before it that he went into it before that. So he was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm a big fan of Emmy's style.
yeah,
Like,
fire. The conviction he says the shit with,
yeah, bro.
like it's like swaggy, effortless, but at the same time, it still has that like that like believability behind it. Like, I believe what I'm saying, you know, like
right.
bro.
Right. Nah, I know you are. I know you are. Oh shit. But yeah, no, the conviction, facts. And it's not even so look, like the way I grew up was not fucking, peaches and fucking, candy canes. It was
Peaches and I don't know.
yeah,
That's
whatever. It wasn't sweet. It was anything but sweet. So I it's not like I can't relate to the street shit because I can relate to that more than I can relate to anything else. So when it but for me as far as rap and lyricism, like the way Seizure raps, like it fascinates me. And the way he was able to put together those 3 rounds to me was like 10 out of 10 all 3 rounds. And I did have him winning, but you were definitely, you were like a 9 out of 10, you know what I mean?
right. I feel
Eight
like
8.5 out of 10.
I
But
feel like Caesar's delivery in the first was like a little off, like when he was like. If I think it's because I think it's because he knew how long the round was, so
yeah.
not that he was like rushing through it, but even the timing of it wasn't like even the timing of it was on at some parts, but the like the conviction at certain words was like a little off for Caesar in the first. I felt like, but then he started to get more comfortable in the second and third. I feel like
Hold up. Guitar man in the back. You're gonna have to cam up before I let you up. Who are you?
Guitar man in the back.
Oh man. Oh, okay. Okay. Yo. Okay. Okay. All right. My fault. My fault. Let me get him up in there. Yo,
Yo, shout
salute.
out to y'all, man.
Guitar man. Yo, that's Guitar man from the band Cake. That's one of my favorite
Right,
songs
right.
of all time, man.
Look at
I
how that
love
works.
that song.
Uh
Love
huh.
that
Shout outs
song.
though.
Salute, bro.
Shout out to
Salute.
MME and ME.
Right, right.
I wanted to first off, I was waiting a while. I wanted to either do my live, my full recap, or tell Pablo, firsthand. Shout outs to you. You did everything you said you was gonna do. In public and like behind the scenes. Like you took that serious, the performance, you stepped everything up and you showed the officially I'm championing it. I'm gonna be championing it. I feel like you took the crowd, you took the slot, you took that top spot, which I thought Never Forget 5 was all about, in my personal opinion. So salute to you. I just wanted to make sure we state that. Shout out to the whole card though. Everybody was fire.
Right.
My
Yeah.
top 3 was Pablo, Seizure, and Clip, to be honest. And then Rap
Okay.
they definitely had the best battle overall. But I think those are the
Yes.
top 3 MCs to me. But I just want to just
Okay.
showing love. I got a break from that class, like I told you, social. Like
Yeah,
I literally
absolutely.
somebody just canceled. So
Word.
I got paid and I'm just chilling right now. So let me come show some love.
Oh,
Right on.
you're always welcome.
Hey,
Yeah, bro. You know that.
you know that, brother. You're always welcome here.
Nah, that's a blessing. I appreciate that.
Caesar, salute, brother. But yeah, man, nah, I thought y'all had a great battle. And the other thing, I don't want OG Capri to think I'm hating on him because I rewatched the battle. I still have Rio 3-0, but OG was cooking. It was just I think I just kind of like felt away when people were saying, "Oh, this is the best OG we've seen." I'm like, I don't think so. But
I don't think all 3 rounds were the best of him, but I really liked OG's first round.
That's the only round that I'm like, I could give him this.
That's hilarious.
But now
I think people just sleep on Rio. Like I said, I think it's just maybe some of the cadence he hits, or maybe like he comes off a little preachy, I guess sometimes. But I don't know, man. Like his last couple performances, I feel like just the lyricism alone. Like I said, the pockets he hits, the Wing Chun dummy, the spring release track when he's like we're not pre-discernment, it's predetermined. Before they reach a verdict, I'm reaching vertical, increasing vertical. Yeah, there's something merciful. Like when he hits that pocket, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though. I was watching y'all, and I didn't say anything, but I definitely feel like OG Capri won. I was shocked when I kept hearing and seeing Rio won. I think it was a good battle, but
I'm not mad at you for that. I think OG Capri was great. His first round was definitely his best. But I think he was great. And you know what? I probably would even give him the first round. But the second and third, I just can't give him those rounds. But he was fine. It was like they were like 10-9 rounds, you know. Like
the potency in the second, the material from OG, I feel like the potency dipped a little in the second. He still got the energy and conviction, but then Rio,
the substance.
Yeah,
I feel you.
The angle in Rio's third was crazy.
But MME, I'm not mad at you for your opinion. If you think like a lot of those battles, like even the battles that I had, like people losing 3-0, most of them, it's like, okay, like it still could have gone either way, like each round, you know what I mean? Except Luke Kane versus Pyro.
Right.
But...
Exactly. Yeah, that was kind of clear. That was probably definitely the clearest one for me too.
Yeah.
But yo,
besides Pablo and D Money,
clear low. So I saw people saying battle of the night. I don't know.
That wasn't battle of the night.
I feel like that was a clear win.
It was a clear win for Clip. It was a clear win for Clip.
Right.
Yeah, there was only one close round, and it wasn't even like super close, you know? Like Loso wasn't trash. It's just Clip was just too much.
Choppy, and there was parts where you know, like it just felt a little short, and like so I think Crucial said this, right? And I agree wholeheartedly. He said there's a difference between battle rapping and rap battling. And what Clip was doing was he was showing the different levels in battle rap. And a lot of what Losa was doing was just rap battling. You know what I mean? Like he had like raps he put together to battle a person with, and Clip was battle rapping, like with the like it was just a clear level difference, you know. I need to see more from Losa. I need to see, like he did with Innovate, the angle he took and punched on it, like incorporate something like that. Maybe change up the cadence a little, do more like if you're gonna do some jokey stuff, or like I don't know. I need to see like a different, like a time signature, or like some just something. I need like one. There's an element missing for 3-rounders. I feel like, you know what I mean.
That's fire, Pablo. Not to cut anything off. One thing I think is important is obviously it's not a shot anybody, but I did realize for my first time entering this kind of space and getting to get a vibe for everybody, people take things way too personal when somebody's actually showing love. So what I was thinking,
this dude mad in the chat, like, come on,
like,
man.
I know.
I don't even know what's going on, but what I was gonna say is that I don't know if everybody's seen that ME Seizure and Pablo thing on Pablo channel. It was a long live, but that was a fire break conversation they was having, and the main thing I was seeing from it was they was kind of like showing love with and support for each other, but giving people like technical advice, like, yo, if you just start doing this more, if you just add this to your game, it's gonna step up. And like people,
but some people can't handle that. Some people, if you don't tell them they won 3 times in a row, they ain't your friend anymore. And that's why that bar hits, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like
that just hurt my ribs.
You got
No, that you ain't lied about that. Well, that's the. I'm just saying it's.
And
people
I
got a
say,
lot of-
I just want to say that I say every time. I said this is just my opinion. People don't have to take my advice. I say that all the time. I told Clip to stop doing the "we in this bitch." He still does it every time. Like just because I say something, you don't have to take the advice.
But
You don't
maybe
have
you
to
should
hear
take
it.
the
Don't
advice.
need no pop.
Pablo
No,
had
comment now.
performance
Loso
and body of the night.
Right. I mean, people gave me performance of the night, and so like I don't know.
is it official?
I mean, the
Because
consensus.
it should be. I think it should be. But I mean, I was waiting to figure that out.
Yeah, for sure. I think it should be.
Yeah. All right. Well, regardless, it's like it's kind of clear. I don't think like every time for every live that I've seen, they're not saying it, which is kind of interesting. Nobody's not really clearly saying who had performance of the night, but I think that's kind of everybody's saying, giving mad props to Pablo, and not saying that means automatically, but if
But
you
let
just
me
go
ask
around
you-
by who they saying was the most surprising, was the most layered, that people was instantly talking about the different battle rap forums and different other places besides virtual for Pablo. Not like they saying they was doing that for other people, but I think it just
Mac.
No,
God, my
you
fault.
good, bro. You good. No
My
need
fault.
to apologize, bro. If people have
I'm just looking back and observing.
Nah,
What's
Mactown
up, bro?
said my apologies because he went back and rewatched it and he's saying Pablo 2-1 because he was saying D Money 2-1 before, but he rewatched it and he
That's
got
real.
Pablo 2-1. That's real shit. Mactown, salute to
For
you,
real.
bro.
It
Mactown's always been a real one. Loso,
It is.
he's gonna sprain his fingers, bro. He's been typing so
no,
aggressively
but
in
I just
every chat that
I just
he's gonna
that's what I want to say. Like Loso,
relax, bro.
are you going at everybody who said you lost? Because I don't think there's anyone saying you won.
I haven't seen it. I don't know, man.
So
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why you're in here coming at us, bro. You lost the battle. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, see, but that's
I fell on my face in a battle. Like
But that's
twice, and I fell off stage in a battle. It's not a
and
big
all
deal.
I'm doing is instead of just saying you lost, I'm actually pointing out things like the reasons why I had Clipper in it and what I think you could do to get better. I literally was like, I think he's just sparring with D Money too much. You know, that's literally what I said. I said I see
All
the
right, word.
potential for Loso to be top 5 in virtual. He just needs to incorporate another element. Now you don't have to listen to me. You can stay not top 5. That's fine with me. You can get mad and type in chats all you want. That's not going to help you get better. So
no, but Loso, from what I'm
But
seeing,
not
though,
Loso is fight.
you don't. If you don't, then you
he's
don't.
real social like that.
Take my advice, but don't get butthurt about it.
Right.
Bro. Either take it or don't. Take it or leave it.
It's
But
another-
if you're gonna leave it, then leave it.
Right.
Don't say
Right.
you
Yo,
don't
somebody
care and
let
type
the
a
dev
bunch
know
of
this
fucking
battle.
shit.
Book this battle ASAP right now. So Pablo versus Loso. We might as well just book it.
You don't even deserve that battle right now.
Ooh.
That's what I'm talking
Be
about.
real.
That's the
Let's
top
be
of the food chain.
Come on, man.
That's
Stop.
like tough when you at the top
Damn.
of the food chain. I think it is a good battle, but I feel you. I'm just rocking with y'all. But Loso is he interactive.
I never
and he's
said he
always
was
in the
trash
in the
anything.
comments.
All right, hold up. Let me just say
Yo, you
this.
crying like a little
Loso, hold up.
I've done nothing but
Hold up.
a fucking punk bitch.
Hold up. Loso,
Yeah, this
come
is
on,
the
man.
popular
If you
one.
don't
This is the
stop,
popular
if you
one.
don't stop, I'm gonna have to time you out, bro, because this is unscripted logic, and
Yeah, we don't do that shit.
we don't do that here.
Go cry
There's
in
other
the
streams for that.
Fuck out of here, bro.
I must be missing something.
But yeah, man, we don't do that over here.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I did fall on the floor, and I just said that 2 minutes ago, and I also fell off a stage in front of 900 people. So that wasn't nothing, trust me.
Why
So,
are you
can I
so
say something?
butthurt?
But-
Why are you so butthurt?
I think
Because you lost the clip. It's not our fault.
Bro, okay, Loso.
I think that you got the
Just
perfect
fucking time him
example.
out. Let him go cry in the corner, bro. Whatever. You lost. It's not our fault. Sorry. Get better, bro. Go get better. Like
you gotta. But that story actually kind of got some real it has some sense to what we're doing right here. Social. You actually taught a master class. When you fell and all that stuff, that was the same battle that I judged and I gave to Crisis. And I said everything like, yo, I'm cool with Social and everything, but Crisis, because of blah, 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 the little, it was little slips and all
But
that.
when you watch the
was better,
material,
my
my content was
little,
clearly better.
I didn't hear what you said. My fault. But I'll just wrap it up. I didn't hear that. But my point is, you actually are showing right now that in that same situation, you could take constructive criticism and it doesn't affect anything like that. And I think sometimes maybe it's our perception. I don't think that nobody wants to hear that they lost, but I think that is just like it's perceptions already out there that people feel a certain type of way. So we don't really start from a clean slate. That's why I think that ME and CJ conversation.
Right, bro. Bro, the next day after it happened, I went live, and the first thing I played was the clip from Friday when Ezel has the slip and fall in the store, like making fun of myself. So like,
I don't understand though. I
don't even care. Like
Loso might have beat Innovate. I've always given him props. I always said he was one of the top 5 in virtual. Just his last 3 round battles, like he hasn't shown me, and like I'm sorry that like what the fuck. And also, like I said, he's been in every chat typing 57 comments a minute about how Viral 3 owed me and shit. And did I crash out on him? No, I didn't. The fuck?
Emmy, come on. Never, bro. Never.
The fuck? Like I don't understand why he's crying so much. Now it makes Clip's round hit even harder.
Rob.
Say he won at least 3 times. He ain't your friend. Like what the fuck?
Let me ask Rob's.
Wild.
Rob's. Usually on Unscripted, we don't, let people up unless it's a guest or, a regular. But if you got something to say, I will happily drop the link.
You can let him up. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll drop the link.
I would have even let Loso up, but clearly he was emotional.
Right, and Rob's fire battle, bro. Like I said to you, like work on that pacing, and I feel like you're gonna be. A fucking problem. You're gonna be a problem. But yeah, man, hit that link, bro. Unscripted Logic episode 30.
You started off with that fire energy.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is good though, man. What's happening? This is a good direction. I gotta say this too. Even that Danny Myers thing was fire. Everybody felt and said what they said, and we all kind of feel like, from what I've seen, that.
Loso plays
Danny Myers need to fix that, and he did. I think he did it better than what Geechee Gotti did. Geechee Gotti,
yeah.
Bro, I don't forget that politics, but with him coming back, I thought that was fire, and the fact that it wasn't used to sell the card, because that would have confused like a lot of people. I think if that wasn't a surprise battle, I'm glad the way that it kind of went out was kind of perfect. I think, but shout out to Danny Myers for that. I think that he deserves a salute for that.
Hit the link, Emmy. Pablo, nice. Yep. D Money didn't win a round, clearly. Bruce Lee. Emmy, hit the link. Rob's hit the link. Y'all go.
Honestly, I honestly felt like if someone was gonna crash out after this event, I thought it was gonna be D Money. So the fact he's taken this loss like humbly.
Well, him being silent is kind of crashing out.
Crazy to me.
Him being silent is kind of crashing out, bro. Because usually he's talking crazy and. So him being silent is kind of that's his.
Yeah, that is true. The fact he didn't go live and recap it. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
That is, when you break it down like that, that's a real technical way to look at that. But shout out,
because if he felt like he won, he would be like,
I'm sorry,
I won that shit. What up, Rob? Salute, brother.
Salute to chat too.
I just want to say this one thing. I think people get it fucked up. I say this all the time. They get it fucked up because I also battle. So when I try to give people constructive criticism, they go, "What in your battles you do X, Y?" So they're not looking at it. They're looking at me as another battler, as opposed to someone that's been watching for 20 years, been around, seen everything, as like a fucking analyst of this shit that can quote you bars from the last 20 years and point out little nuances. And they're not looking at the analyst side. They're like, you're a battler, and I think
that's why. I had definitely had more questions for you because I was gonna do like a mini interview with Pablo, but since y'all are up here, ME said he had some questions.
Yeah, let it
so run. I don't know if they're for you or what, but
they were for Pablo. I know y'all had your own thing going on. I wouldn't try to come up here to make it.
We didn't really have nothing planned. I don't like making it all about me anyway.
This episode tonight, what I wanted to do was highlight Pablo a little bit, and then we were gonna go into some other things. But hey, this is unscripted logic. If it turns into something else, it turns into something else. So we're all about that, bro.
This is perfectly
Wherever the energy goes.
because it's actually related to Pablo. I really was just curious as to where you feel like right now with virtual battle rap. Like after getting through that battle, do you feel like you're ready for your next opponent? Are you feeling like I'm iffy on this shit? Like I don't know if I want to keep doing this. Or are you like, is there anyone in particular you would like to battle? You know, that type of shit. Like where you look, what's the trajectory from this point through the end of the year or going into 2025 in your mind is Pablo Pickasso?
Right. Oh, so I feel like when I first came in, I kind of
Good question.
that is a good question. I feel like when I first came in, I had like a list of people I knew I wanted to battle, and kind of like the order that I wanted to battle them in. And some of the top three on the list I still have not battled yet. So there's those names. I think everyone has said me and Caesar. That's like I think a virtual classic that it like should be built up to the right way, the right card. I think me and Innovate is a battle. A lot of people like the like top.
That will definitely happen.
Those are matches that I know are going to happen. But aside from that, like just like I'm gonna be real, the lead up to this battle and just the stuff I was dealing with and shit, like I was getting a little like annoyed, not so much like with the community, just with battle rap in general. I guess I was just like, man, like what the fuck this? Like why am I putting all this effort and time into writing these bars if people are just gonna hate on it anyway type of shit? I'm like, whatever, bro. Like I was almost like, fuck this shit, kind of. But at the same time, the process of writing it, the material I was coming up with, it was like reinvigorating my love for battle rap again. Like as I was coming up with the material, I was like, no way, this is fucking fire. And like each new punchline I came up with that I thought was dope, it like made me want to battle more, kind of. So I think the way it played out, like now, and the fact that a lot of people are like giving me my flowers and shit, like I don't want to say like, oh yeah, ready for my next opponent. Like I don't want to just like book back to be like,
Rush
oh,
into
battle
it,
next
yeah.
week and I'll battle whoever. Like it's got to make sense. It's got to be led up to the right way. I feel like
Now what I'll say this:
one last thing, the
innovate.
battle hit the way it did is because of the lead up. I feel like if it was just booked a couple weeks in advance and we talked a little shit and the bars were still fire, but I think the impact of it is because of the lead up and stuff too. So,
yeah. Innovate versus Pablo will be going down definitely either towards the end of this year or the beginning of next year, 1,000,000%. But that was a great question, and that was a great answer. Any other questions for Pablo?
I want to say, oh, go ahead. Oh, you talking about Emmy? Go ahead.
No, anybody.
I mean, we one in the same. We a letter apart, my nigga.
right. And
Yeah.
Emmy. I just want to say to Rob C, yeah, I do have a lot of bars left. So the like throwaways, I'll probably drop them. I just wanted to wait till I felt a little better. So I guess I didn't look like I was having a stroke while performing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, please hit the like button and share the stream. Please hit the like and share the stream.
Anybody?
I just wanted to say, like, just to say though, I just want to make this quick, but I just want to say, like, I feel like everybody made history as a culmination. You know what I mean? So, like, everybody did awesome. You know, I appreciate the. Yeah, no, thank you. No, I wanted to set it off for like because I like for the people who never really seen. You know, I don't know who got the ear for it and everything. I just wanted to give a lasting impression, so like they get drawn to watching the next match. Like that's my mindset when I went into it. So if I was like, I ran back my match. I was like, I guess to me, I'm a fast talker. So like I kind of don't realize how fast I'm talking. So, and I said before, like if I walk down on that material, like say if I went first, I would have walked down on my material. But since like he didn't really give me as much, I felt like people felt like I was giving them overkill. So like I felt like perspective would have been a little different if I went first.
but the material's definitely there. I felt like there was certain parts, especially when you like start another like rhyme scheme, and you would like you'd say a word and then you'd do like how Emmy did with the people still, my people still, like you use like the same word but like with the wordplay on it, like change it. When you would hit those parts, it was like perfectly paced. And I felt like when it got a little further like into the rhyme, there was like a part or two where like I feel like you could slow it down a little bit to like polish it up a little. But I feel like you clearly were like you said, overkill at that point anyway. So, but definitely for the first time, I was impressed with the material that you were spitting in that battle. So,
Yeah, like I'm an angler, but the thing is, I'm more of an angler with like I don't really need personals. So like I just need little things. You know what I mean? So like every sentence was literally telling a fraction of his movements. It wasn't like I'm not gonna say his life, but you know, like little things. Like as soon as I started up, it was how can I say it? Let me just go off from the beginning. I'm not going to try to do too much, but it's just the whole beginning scheme. Like I didn't even in my head I was going to rebuttal, but like my beginning scheme literally rebuttal. So I was trying to do haymakers and punches while leading up to schemes at the scheme. So it was like, yo kid, understand now you're a grown man. I just can't let shit pass no more, Peter Pan, because Peter Pan never wanted to grow up. You know what I mean? So in his mind, he always wanted to be a kid.
Right.
So that's why the whole scheme led up to your bars will never land and never ever will land. Sometimes I feel like you do it to be funny, just like it's a part of your plans, and that's why it's hard to be a fan. At the same time, that's why I could blush. No, yeah. Hold up, my bad. You kind of get what I mean, but like how everything's culminately like slowly goes. Yeah, I'm up, and that's why I blush.
Right.
When I'm gonna say it one time, when I pull my nun and you can't catch a Fendi, I'll shoot your ass even if you pass Wendy's. Like it could have been the girl Wendy inside of the movie, or it could have been reference to the actual Wendy's spot, food spot. You know what I mean?
Yo, rap, I like that. Yo, Rob's versus Brick Street on the ring.
Yeah, I respect how Brick Street was rapping. I definitely am going to enjoy that match.
Yo, would you be down to do it November 23rd?
November? Yeah, that gives me enough time.
We already have a battle booked on November 23rd, Kid Dangerous versus Taz Lil Flames, and we were trying to get another battle on it. So that would be fucking dope.
I do want to say, I think one thing I noticed, I don't know if it's like how you write anyway, but it seemed like the thing that Kid Dangerous does well, I felt like you were like doing back to him, like in a clever way, like the
I matched my opponent's energy.
Yeah, I thought that was dope, bro.
What does Kid Dangerous do well? I must know.
No, when he said
he
grabs a word
and his believability, really.
No, the way
he's like solo.
Sometimes, yeah, it's the way he'll say like one word and then like the way he works off of that word. I'm trying to think of a specific example. Also, he told him he was going to give his computer a virus, which I was like, bro, that's
like the harassment bar, her ass meant to die too, or some shit like that.
That's what Kid Dangerous does well, and I feel like Rob did that too in this battle. Like he matched that way of like playing with the words, but I feel like he kind of like did it back to him, but like he said, like almost like on a scheme, but also like on an angle too. Like I like.
Yeah, like, you sounded like you had all your chromosomes intact and shit.
And then like I don't know, like I was really just trying to like because the thing was like when I came to virtual, the first match I seen was him versus Infamous, and then I was watching other things and I seen
God, that's horrible. Yeah. That's a horrible introduction.
I'm sorry to hear that, my brother.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Because at that time I felt like everybody was making it a joke.
I'm glad you stuck around because I wouldn't have if he was my first introduction.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I would have stuck around. I gotta know what y'all niggas on.
True. I would have been like, all right, this must be some parody shit. I gotta see what's going on.
Like,
no, I ain't gonna lie though. Like his performance, his what you call it? Like I ain't gonna lie, like I like how Kid Dangerous he when he
On
versed
the ring,
Infamous though,
November
even though it wasn't like the
23rd.
best, I enjoyed it. I ain't gonna hold you. So it kind of did keep me like grounded to watch the other things. So it was kind of like over time, like, and I like how like this is to me is like the underground of just hip hop in a sense. To me, like, so I enjoy like the competition. The even though sometimes we have like our stripes or whatever, like it's battle rap. I get it. I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? But like my persona is I'm a humble person. But like when it comes down to bars, we
Clearly.
even. We 10 toes. Like it's over. I'm gonna bar you.
Yo,
Just tell
and
me. I just want to hear what you want to say.
yo, November 23rd, if Brick Street fucking agrees, Rob's versus Brick Street will be going down the same day on the ring as Taslow Flames
That's
versus Kid Dangerous, bro. That will be fucking dope. And we'll definitely be able to raise money for this event. We were able to raise, you know, a good amount outside of what me and Pablo raised. We were able to raise $125. So, you know, and a total of $200 went out. So, you know,
Oh, oh yeah. Just to add on, in my channel, right? I'm trying to work on all the graphics and everything, and like I know it's taking me some time, but I'm trying to have segments where like I got two segments. It's one's called Lost. So one is a freestyle, and I'm gonna do like a setting feeling for it. And what it is like if people just got problems with somebody and y'all say you want to freestyle real quick, I'll put up the segment. I'll make the rounds segments and everything. And I got another one called Cage Anarchy. So that's one where like the two artists have to actually write, and I'll make up to like 3 round graphics for it. However, but it's just for like the community. So like if y'all just want to get your shit off and y'all just want to, you know what I mean? It's kind of like poetry nights and everything. If other people don't really get the time to do it, or just the rock out. If y'all just, you know what I mean?
word. Yo, Adept. Adept said he got 50 on the floor for Rob's versus Brick Street.
that's
Adept, it hit my Cash App. I didn't even put it in there, but it's because that's where the
well,
that's
we
where
gotta
the
make sure it can happen first. We gotta.
no, for sure. But I'm saying when it
Right.
goes down, you send it to my Cash App.
But
So,
that is one thing I wanted to focus more on. So to answer Emmy's question from earlier too, that's why I didn't want to just jump into another battle right away, because I also wanted to focus on. I want
that's
to like
fire.
do some graphics and shit for the ring. I want to start adding more segments to Unscripted and stuff. Have like some layouts and maybe more. Not necessarily like a song like the theme, but just have like little like a whack bar of the week or something.
Yeah,
like that.
we both
Some
got a
shit like
couple really dope ideas for segments for the show. So
Black bar of the week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think this week's would be Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Oh shit.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Yo, Pablo, on some real stuff, like much respect. And this ain't just like no diss to money or anything, but that song you made, I ain't gonna hold you. I put that joint on my playlist and I just be listening to that joint.
the
That
Oompa
joint is
Loompa
fucking
shit.
my Nick.
Yo,
Yes.
that shit is so hilarious, bro. Like it's so fun. I listen to it like on a daily basis. I played it for my boss who knows nothing about any of like the details and what's going on, and he loves it.
I'm telling you, bro. Everyone at my work, from the even like I said, like the 50-year-old lady that works there, she don't even like rap, but like she's like oompa loompa, like fucking. It's just one of those things, bro. Like
It just brings you back, but it's new age and it works. Like I like stuff like that. That shit hit so home because I was like, yo.
And I had never really made like a drill type song before. So doing all the ad libs and shit, like I had fun with that. Like adding the sound effect, like the glass breaking, the like gun cocking and shit. Like I get into add all those like ad libs and shit. Like it was fire to me. I was like, I had fun with it,
Yeah.
I need to get more like sharper with my audio sounds inside Bandlab. I know that's like the one thing because like when you do audio, it's kind of tricky. Like you literally gotta be like in like a solid quiet room, if you're
I
doing
can help.
recording.
Are you doing it on your phone or on your laptop?
Me?
I mostly do it on my phones.
So
Right.
if
Like
you,
I made Oompa Loompa on my phone. I tried to
yeah,
kill the fan and shit, but I made
I
it on.
do everything on my phone. What will help you guys out tremendously? You got to get some cheap headphones, like headphones that don't have an inline mic, so then you can use your phone mic as the mic, and then you
Facts. Facts.
would
Mm,
also help you turn down. Don't have your volume all the way up when you record because the noise will bleed out. That'll be a part of those frequencies will be in your backing vocals and shit. That's more noise and more. And the other thing too is to turn down the beat. I notice a lot of times when I work with other people, they don't turn the beat down. So now you have to turn your vocals high and all that. So then you lose a lot of the tonality and shit through your effects. Now you're fighting just for pure gain to even meet the sound. If you
That's
turn
facts.
turn the gain down on that beat, it'll change the shit completely. You're not gonna be peaking so easy and shit.
Yeah, that's
mm.
all facts. That's all stuff I learned.
Yep.
Definitely yeah, like having the beat too loud in your headphone. I get it because you're trying to rock out and you're like, you want to hear it, but at the same time, like you shouldn't be rehearing the beat through the headphones, recording back through the
Yeah.
mic. Right.
Cause I'm an audiophile. All that type of shit makes it even when you can't, some people aren't tuned in enough to catch it and hear it, but you'll still hear there's something wrong and it'll make the
Right,
drum
right.
a little off and
It's like a
it,
dog whistle. Like even though it's like you might not even like hear it, but you're like the frequency of it. Like it's just something
yo,
about it.
I know y'all not familiar with my clip battle. I had the craziest dog whistle bar ever for that nigga, yo.
No, I
It's
don't know.
something about you saying that. I was like, I had some shit like I was going in his pocket, but I was like, he'll go, the dog whisperer. The frequency of you looking bitch made is higher than a dog whistle, bro. Like, what?
Mm,
That's fine.
mm. That's
That is
nasty. Oh, that sound is nasty.
that,
That high frequency shit.
it's
What?
that way. You did a lot of that in the seizure battle too. I feel like in the first round, it's like the way you like go like up in the cadence. You're like the way I gonna like the way you like start a sentence. Like I don't
Mhm.
just the inflection like ride of it's like a roller coaster. But like, and I feel like some people's cadence like it doesn't do the material justice. I feel like the way you deliver the shit, it makes the right parts stand out. And like I feel like that's what sticks out to me the most about not just the pen, but it's like the conviction, but also it's like the cadence you say the shit in makes it hit. Like I
I
felt it.
appreciate that because I feel like I'm a thinker and I know everybody knows me as a pen, but my biggest gripe I don't ever want to be compartmentalizable. I feel like I do a lot of shit and people could pick things as a focal point, but I think the weakness of a lot of pens is delivery. Like some people get so caught up that they can't appreciate other factors. To me, delivery is more important than your material because it's gonna make or break your shit. If you have the most fire shit and you can't say it right, like your partner, your girl could say I love you, but if it don't resonate, like if it's not in the right context, if it's not said, if it's man, I love you or whatever, it's not the same. But the material's there. It says I love you, or you know what I'm saying, quote, word for word. There's nuance.
Oh my god, yeah, I think that's the perfect way to word it because and I've seen it happen. I've had it happen with lines that I wrote that I knew were fire, and when it just the way it came out, I was like, nah, that wasn't the right. And that came from like not like rehearsing the material. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I feel like if I rehearse it too much, it comes off like rehearsed. It's almost like oh, I practiced this tone. But there is like a sweet spot of not sounding like oh this is the first time I ever rapped it out loud and like trying to find the right cadence as you
You
rap.
don't want it to sound like the first or the millionth. Like it's like
Yes, exactly. That's wow, that's fast. But
yeah,
sometimes like I'll say it in a way like I didn't like when I wrote it, I was thinking of a different way, and like while I'm battling, sometimes like I'll say it a different way, and I'm like, oh, I liked that. I liked how I changed that. Like there.
yeah. I try to keep it free reign. Like now, I don't really write with intent of finished product. Like I
Mm,
feel like I try to keep that part free so that my performance is my performance. Like I'm a horrible rehearser. Anybody that knows me knows like right before the venue, I can't rap my shit. I don't know it. But then I'll go out there and perform well. I also choke, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time, like I've written in the venue and been flawless.
Right.
And there's something about rehearsing is not my bag, but perform and know, like in the moment when it's crunch time and pressure moments, like, yeah, I'm gonna turn up, but I can't do even with music, I don't write my music because I can't then reenact it. Like I can write great music for other people and I've done that, but I can't then rehearse my writing. Everything has
Yo,
to be
I
what I
feel where you. Yeah, yo, I had that same fucking problem. No, I just want to say that real quick. My bad.
No, you good. Oh, I thought you were gonna say, yeah. I mean, that's 100%, bro. That's what I was saying about like a lot of the like tracks I've been making recently too. Like it's hard for me to like write material and go, this is what I'm gonna rap on this song. Like it takes away, like you said, the free form of it, and the performance. Definitely, even in battles, like I like the freedom to be able to, like, if I want to switch it up, if I want to, even material wise, like even in this battle, like I had other material that I could have went to a completely different third round. Like I had stuff like I'm more of like a in the moment, like what am I feeling right now? And while I'm feeling, do I want to deliver this aggressive? Do I want to kind of swag it out a little bit? Maybe like I like that. I like having the freedom to do that. Like,
Yeah, 100%, man. Because there's some element there, just like I feel like, okay, on a hip hop level, even though I'm not a hip hop guy, but I appreciate the art form and shit, right?
right.
Like, a MC is a master of ceremony. Like, you
Mm.
gotta be able to, like, how can you make somebody resonate with something that doesn't resonate with you? You're the first
Captivate the
fan.
crowd.
Right.
Most people, the Jones effect. Most people are followers. You have to lead them towards you.
Damn, that's a fact, bro. MC move crowds, It's like you got,
Yeah.
that's a fact, bro. I feel like it's crazy because, like, I'm a musician. I performed in front of people like my whole life, and I was always comfortable like on stage, but I did have to get used to like the acapella style. And it's weird because it's like if we were just like on the street in a cipher or something, it's like, yeah, I can spit raps acapella, no problem. But there was just something strange to me about like no music. You're just in a room full of people. Now turn up and like start yelling at this person like you're mad at them. It's like I don't even know that. I just fucking met him right
Smile.
now.
He's a great guy. Like,
Right, like it just felt like weird to me. But I got like eventually I learned. I'm like, well, it's just like performing. It's like whether you got the music or not. I realized like your voice is the instrument in a battle because there isn't any. So it's like I think I've like been able to like take what I know from performing from music on a stage and like incorporate that into battles now.
yeah. Because most things are universal, man. If you find the keys and the codes, man, you can crack like a lot of different varying forms of existence. Like it's shit like niggas, it's niggas that's nice at hooping from soccer. Like Hakeem Olajuwon was revolutionary because his footwork comes in a soccer background. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's nuances of everything you do that can make whatever you want to do better. Like when you start putting that shit together, like you taking that music element is gonna make your shit a little different because a lot of these battle rappers can't make music. So there's a lot of nuances they lack, pockets, different. They're just a carbon copy battle rapper as opposed to an artist where niggas used to want to be the best rapper, period. That's where the shit came.
I feel like it is and like, look, I don't have a problem with people that are like just battlers that don't make music. That's fine. But I feel like there is like a lot of them that like you can tell that they're not like rappers outside of battles kind of. And I do like what you said there about the music incorporating it. I feel like one of the components that I've been able to incorporate the best in like battles is like the like accentuating the percussiveness of my voice on the right part. And I feel like that comes from me like playing the drums first before I learn anything else. Like I'm a drummer at heart from when I was like 10. So I feel like that is one thing that like effortless. It's not like I try to do it. It's not like I think about it. Like I'm going to say this like that, but like just the percussiveness of my bars. Sometimes I feel like I'm like, oh, that's what made that hit. Like, you know.
Yeah, I like those type of nuanced things, man. It's always interesting to hear different people's perspectives and where they land.
Yeah, it's
I ain't gonna
I
lie,
feel like we always have dope conversations about that shit. For real.
that's my bag, yo. I'm an artist, so like I like to pick people's like minds and shit, and figure out how they land, where they land and shit.
Right, because it's like anyone could like sit there and just like break down material. Because it's like, and I think you even said like sometimes the way we write shit sometimes is like similar, but it's like anyone could just be like, oh, this bar and this bar. But like, yeah, when we get into the deeper layer and nuances and shit, like I always appreciate those conversations.
Yeah, like I would like to. I think I'm gonna end up just doing it by myself because boys seem a little too sensitive. But I would like to really do an in-depth like breakdown. I think I'm gonna do one from like my personal battler perspective, and then like a fully objective jaunt where I can kind of, because there's things I can appreciate, but there's also things I can debunk, and not just from a factual
Right.
standpoint, just in the moment of the battle. Like there's certain things that I find ironic, and I think it just proves more so like a lot of these things that you're trying to project onto me seem more fitting for you with the circumstances. And but I don't want to make that the focal point. Like I would like for him to be able to speak his piece and not like it not be like a whole weird thing. Like I feel like you should be able to speak your piece. Like you should be able
Right.
to.
Well, I think like I said on the live last night, I think I absolutely would like to have both of you up and like break the battle down. I felt like we would need time to do that, and I just felt like there wasn't like I knew I wasn't gonna stay live much longer. That's why I didn't want to do it.
Hell no. You
But
about
yeah,
to put me
it was 1 a.m. So, but I feel like with the conversation out last night, I feel like we could do that, especially on my like if on my panel. I feel like it wouldn't get like too crazy or nothing. I don't know. Hopefully we can get
random shotgun voice. My second question I initially came up here with was, what is your opinion on the battle and D-Money experience? Because for me, he's like a vortex in this shit that it's different. Like I'm mad I can't battle him all the
That
time.
was one of my questions. Good question.
Right. What were you gonna say? You're mad you can't battle him all the time? What?
Like in a way, I'm kind of mad I can't battle him all the time. Like the preparation for that was kind of my most fun. Like I have a difficult time being motivated or inspired by my opponents, so I write last minute. With him, I watched him blog about me and just wrote. Like I write quick, but it takes me a long time to start. But that, like, as soon as like I watched him do them
Same
blog,
here.
done.
Yeah,
Quick.
it's crazy. It's definitely a different experience. Like, if I was battling like anyone else on this card, I feel like it would have been a completely different thing. And I have to definitely agree with you. Like, every other battle I had, even like the clip shit, as much as like it's like sometimes, like you said, starting the writing process, it's always like like it feels like it's a fucking chore almost, or like I'm trying to find motivation or inspiration, or like it's always hard to start. But for some reason with this battle, before it was even locked in, the idea got thrown out and the pen started moving immediately. Before he even started with the promo or anything, there was just like so much to pick from that I was like fucking like rubbing my hands together, like as as a writer. It was like a kid in a candy shop. It's like, what angle do I take? What approach? There was like so many different ways to choose from that it was like a choose your own adventure kind of. And it's crazy because my first initial like idea for my second round was
There's a million ways to die. Choose one.
I was gonna do like a choose your own adventure round where I was gonna have two different things, like the boxing or tree. I was gonna say like put what emoji in the chat. What do you want me to do? And the only reason I didn't go with that is because it was pay-per-view, and I felt like, as opposed to like normal events where there's like 1,000 people in there, so you could just see the chat flooded with stuff. I was like, if there's only like 100 or like 100 something people in there, I was like, I didn't feel like it would have this same effect of like seeing the chat flooded with like boxing glove emojis or something. And that's the only reason I didn't go with that. But that initially was my it's just like it's crazy. It's so many different ways you could pick from as a writer. The fact that it's like just his name alone, the money flips alone, then like he's also viral, then Moolah.
But how hard was it to come up with money flips after writing what you wrote for De Niro, like putting De Niro through the wall
I
like a
mean,
safety deposit box. Like you
not
had so many amazing money bars against De Niro. Like how did you? How
right.
were you?
The fact that
Not
was
to
the best.
bogart that question,
No,
but
no, you
like,
good. I'll like roll them into one kind of. So
thank you, yeah.
the fact that the fact that I was just supposed to battle De Niro and I wrote 3 rounds, but also De Niro. So I did a lot of like I did the movie scheme and shit. It wasn't just all money. I felt like I put most of the money flips in 1 round for De Niro. I tried not to like OD on that,
But
and
they
it
were
wasn't
so
even
fire though,
right. The De
and
Niro
so
was
were the
a
money, D
safety
money one.
deposit. So, but then I think it wasn't so much like the approach of it wasn't like, oh, money flip. Like that's not where my mind was. It wasn't like, what can I do now? I already did money flip.
No, the money flips came with the personals too. Like I'm
Right,
just giving
right,
money what I owed to them. The
right.
shit leading up to that, like
It was
I
crazy the
feel you.
way like it would come together on its own. I wasn't sitting there thinking of money flips. I would be like on a scheme already, saying what I wanted to say, and then I would like get to a part and like magically just think of something that like I was like on a scheme already saying what I wanted to say. Like when I said the irrelevant, like I was like trying to make a different point about the viral, but I'm on the scheme already. And I was like, oh, what's crazy that rhymes with that is settlement and embezzlement. Both rhyme with that. So now I can add money flips on the scheme that I was making a different point on. And I feel like that happened a couple times this battle where I was like writing a different scheme about something else. Like the tree scheme too, when I was making a different point, like, oh, money's the root of all evil. I was like breaking it all down and trying to think of like a heavy way to end it. And I was like, oh, you know what? Like, oh, tree, beachy, got it. Like some shit. The way it just came together was like, I don't know, man. It like and to go back to what Emmy was asking me, like it's a crazy experience to battle Team Money because like there's points where it's like you don't even want to battle. It's like, bro, let's just fucking scrap at this point. Like, are we gonna keep doing this? Like like I was definitely getting like irritated at some points, and I was like almost didn't even like fuck the battle. But then it would like get me more.
I even wanted to box him. Like that's how it was.
It would get me even more motivated to go back to the pad. And then when I would like reread what I have, I was like, I can't wait to say that. I was like sitting there with like vigor, I was like, like I couldn't wait to say this shit to him. So it started to feel like, I wish the battle was just sooner. Like I want to get this shit out. But the closer it got to the battle, there was like a feeling of like, I'm kind of sad that it has to come to an end almost. Like I had fun doing this shit. So it is a crazy experience. I understand why people like Rap Ref said like I'll never battle D Money because the
But you should, bro. Like you should.
It is
like,
one of those fucking experiences. It's like it's crazy, bro.
Nah, someone in the chat said Rap Ref versus fucking somebody. I can't remember who they said, but that is one that I want to see. Let me see if I can find it.
It can't be, nigga. You forgot.
Yeah, it was a great matchup too. It was shit, man.
Yeah.
Well, y'all keep talking. I'll find it.
No, you good. So, but I got a question.
Oh, Clip. Rap Ref versus Rob C said Rap Ref versus Clip
I like
would be
that.
fire. I love
Rap
that
Ref
match.
clear 30, but I know the whites will be able to. Y'all might be able to say 2-1 debatable, maybe.
What are you talking about? Clip's not white, yo.
No, clip. White is a state of mind, man. It's a social contract. We are all different shades of brown. Clip is not a nigga.
Look, I don't even give a fuck about what color anybody is. I just care if you.
I get what you're saying, though. Like,
it's so much deeper than that. He is literally Sharon. Like, regardless of whatever ethnicity he is.
Yo, that's crazy. All right, I feel you. I feel you. But honestly, I might like saying right now, say if that battle was booked right now and I was doing a prediction for it, I would say Rap Ref 2-1.
Yeah, I think so too. The way he takes angles and stuff. And,
yeah.
Yeah, I would have to agree on that assessment going.
Yeah, man, I got testosterone levels being the key attribute difference.
Clip, Clip's gonna be like, I want that battle booked. Fucking, they think. I'm telling you, he's gonna want this battle now.
So, but I got a question. What do you think? Who do you think?
Who's
should be
this for?
or anyone? Anyone. I was gonna say who do you think should be next for D Money or like after? Do you think his stock dropped from this battle, or do you think he put up he showed up and did?
No, okay. Let me answer this.
Yeah.
I think that you showed what D Money always has been, and that's very, very average.
Damn.
Because yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. You just
I ain't gonna lie,
exposed him for what he really is, and that's very, very average. And like people can say oh, well, you know, fucking whatever. You lost a crisis. Da, 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 da. So did he, and guess what? If you put my material next to D, if you put my material next to D Money's material for crisis, mine's way better.
Oh, I'm crying, bro.
But
no.
anyway, I feel like you just expose it for what it is, and he's a mid-tier battle rapper.
I ain't gonna lie, the way your third to me just I know a lot of people still be going off of just each individual round, but like the way you did your third, like you were bold in the beginning, then in the middle of your round, it was just it was like a lot of things that you were still building up your material, and it was like you was bringing him down, but you were building up your momentum, and it was right because you were landing all your hits right, and like when people was at pasting. I learned I was learning it more so from the way how you were just going at the money flips, and I was like, I understand now, but that's it.
Right.
But yeah, that shit was
I
crazy.
will say though, as a nigga, man, I'm
simple-minded one.
standing up for my brown brother. And I will say this: I think his stock, he's an anomaly of an individual, man. Like I don't think his stock drops because, okay, I did him kind of filthy. It was a kind of a bad, and it's been a losing streak. But he's fucking D Money. Like I don't know what it is. I'm not not even caping because I do fuck with D Money. You know what I'm saying on a level, but beyond that, there's just I think he's the ultimate opponent. I think there's something about in SpongeBob, the whole time the nigga was shook by the bully, but when he start punching on SpongeBob and shit, no matter what he was punching on him, it's SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying? He has some level of impermeability where he's just always his trajectory and his path is gonna maintain. I feel regardless.
Right. I agree. That's why I asked because I honestly felt that even though people like Pablo Pickasso, I didn't feel like it hurt him really.
No, but Mactown went from D Money 2-1 to Pablo 2-1 to Pablo 3-0.
I mean, that's what
that's fire.
It is what it is.
Right,
it is what it is. Yep. Nah, that's facts.
But it's strange,
shout out to Mactown.
He's got a battle rap
lifespan. He's always on.
He got a battle rap lifespan, bro.
Mactown is definitely not a bias fan. He definitely because he's a D Money fan first. He respected Pablo, wasn't really familiar with him, but showed respect, whatever. And look, he's being completely honest, bro.
Right, but even when he said D Money 2-1, I wasn't tripping.
Nah, I wasn't mad at that either. I told him
he did good, especially in the first. I like the energy and shit, and I liked some of the approaches he had and stuff. But so I'm not sitting here and say oh.
I like the shit when he's you stand like a Karen waiting for the cops. And
I was trying not to laugh at that.
He said something else before it that I can't remember for the life of me. That was even funnier. It was you stand there like
a wife that just got caught her husband cheating.
Yeah, something like that.
That shit was funny.
It was hella funny. He had some shit, but you could just tell the differences. he had like a lot of stuff that was unrelatable to Pablo, because like Pablo, he had a lot of Boston stuff. Pablo said he's not from Boston, he's from Massachusetts.
Well, I say Boston because if I said Jamaica Plain, like I don't know that, but people call it Boston.
It's part
I
of
just
Boston.
said that to fuck with him in the face off because I knew that he wrote a bunch of Boston
I'm
flips.
not gonna lie, I love his session with because this is much. There's a deeper, darker criminal link than you, man. I don't know what it is, but he has been on a Boston Celtics Tatum rampage.
Well, what it is Philly and Boston always had a rivalry in basketball. So like, so that's probably what it stems from.
Jason Tatum. That's how Jason Tatum. I sell tips.
But yo, a lot of his material, like Pablo's angles and his schemes and shit, like were so much more layered. Like D Money shit was so simple. Like everything he said could be written by like anyone. I feel like.
Yo, somebody in the comments said something like, watching D Money second and third lets me know I can definitely do this shit. And I just think that was disrespectful. I fuck with D Money, man. I wanted to leave a seizure comment, man. How? How do you feel like you could do this?
Like, nah, but it's if that's how someone feels, then that, like, I don't know, man. Because I see it, I understand it. I understand.
When he battles in person, like I feel like his energy just works better in person. I don't know what it is about the like even
I don't know. He looks mad nervous in person.
He be shaking rooms though, man.
True. True.
When I met D Money, everybody in that room stood against him. Every shit him in the venue and shit, and like laughing at his boots and shit. And then when he went to go battle, literally everybody stood on the other side of the room. I stood with him. I'm the only person in that battle that stood with him. I think it was like me and Jack. And from there, I fucked with him because he won the crowd over. Like Shorty was trying to heckle him, he rebutted it, and then everybody started fucking with him a little bit and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I know a lot of niggas would have folded or bitched up in that moment, and that told me a lot about it, regardless of whatever. Like I want to see him win because of little shit like that. Like I've seen
and the competitor in me, like I've dealt with that enough too, so I respect that kind of shit. And I've seen him in like shake rooms, and it's like you can tell he just has that like, nah, fuck out of here, I don't care. That is one thing I respect about D Money, is that like no matter how many, even if the whole community is like against him, he feels like he's like, fuck out of here. Like, you know, he still showed, even people were telling him the battle, he still showed up, he still put money on the floor, he fucking came, put up a fight. Like I respect that shit, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, look, like, you know, I think if he like looks back at the battle and like, I just think there's things he could learn from it and he'll be better, you know, instead of like, I think the whole thing earlier, someone, you know,
hit the like button.
Right. Little things I tried to point out, someone else on this card clearly felt away and they started crashing out. Bro, it's like, I fuck with everyone here, everyone on the card. I fuck with, I respect them in some facet, and I think they all have a skill set. I think they're all good at their own different unique things. If I point out one like specific thing, it's not a hate thing. I'm not saying you're trash. It's not. I'm trying to just point out little things I noticed. Again, you don't have to take Pablo's advice. That's fine, but you know, I do think that that D Money could get better from this. You know, I was like clowning them a little, like, oh, you 6 losses in a row. But I mean, me and ME, like that, he's facing the best people in this shit. So it's not like, you know, he's battling scrubs. Like there's not a lot of people that can beat me or ME. Let's be real. Like, you know.
So it's like I respect that. Like especially now having battled him and having to battle other people after. It's like, damn it, man. Fuck with the nigga, yo.
Right.
These niggas don't be doing it, man. These niggas don't do it for me, man. Same way as having a D Money battle prepared, man.
Right. That's why it's like, yeah, like me, like people like, oh, me and Innovate, it's like a pen battle, but it's like I respect Innovate, and like just yeah, now after doing the D Money shit, I'm like, I'm sitting there thinking like, how am I gonna like, aside from the fact that like, oh, Innovate's like fire, like I'm how am I gonna get motivated? Like I don't like this person to write for them.
Oh, nigga, I'm not gonna lie to you. Innovate is the right one, bro.
Mm.
There's a side of Innovate where you definitely will get a lot more of that area of like energy than anticipated. Like there's definitely there's like two Innovates. That's like the G Money.
Innovate and D Money, right. That's crazy. Yeah, I do. I could see that.
Shit. That's why everybody was excited about our battle. I'm still, which is why we're making it up now and shit. We fucking went back and forth. We did songs and shit, but we also had back and forth. Like I made a whole song out of every roast I made on him in the chat, and from one live, and I just made a song out of it. Oh, I made him rhyme, and like just about him being old and shit. We just did shit like that, but like he'll go back and forth with you. Community post bull, like it'll be one of those things where it'll turn into yo, how the fuck? And
Right. Oh shit.
he's a man. He's a high level character, man. I fucking love that dude, man. No funny, no freaky. Like I fuck with Bull, man. I've had the pleasure of meeting him in person and shit, and like really having conversations with him and shit. He's a great man. But I think that would be a great battle for real, like through and through.
Yeah.
But I appreciate though that the biggest reason why I asked you, I think this is just the right time where it's still soon enough for you to like need a moment. And I think that conversation is necessary, but it's also fire that you have specific things you're trying to do in that, like building up the ring and focusing on that and shit. I think that's an interesting take niggas need to like see and shit. It makes it more interesting and people, I think niggas should support that shit. I'll be tuned in for that.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. 'Cause, I mean, to be real, like it like a couple years ago, people were like, "Oh, battle!" Like I was so uninterested in battling. You know what I mean? And like I only even debated like doing it again because just like I don't know, just the scene itself and battle rap, like where it was at. And I feel like my third round kind of speaks on it enough, like how I was feeling about it, especially at that time. Like I was like, ugh, like I'm like I used to the same way you were like I used to love battle rap, man. Like I used to fucking love this shit. Like I'd be on my lunch break at work trying to like watch the new oh fucking this new battle came out, like, and it's like I just haven't got that feeling for a while, and especially just like I was just like disinterested, especially in battling myself, you know, and I don't know, something just about the virtual, like when I seen a few battles and I was like, oh, this shit's kind of popping. But then once I seen like certain battles, you know, and I was like, oh shit, like I was like, yo, I think this is like could be like where like real MC shine. It's almost like what they tried to paint the caffeine era when it was like, oh, the COVID, the small room, no gas type shit. Like I was like, I feel like my pen could actually like show off here, and I could hang with these dudes, like, and I fucked with the community. So the clip battle was more just like for fun, kind of like to test the pen out. It had been a while, and but the D Money, like this battle was really the first one, and I was like, all right, let me see what I can do if I like take a battle serious, actually like prep beforehand, not like you said, because normally, yo, I'd be writing my shit on the way to the venue, fucking like downstairs 10 minutes before the battle, I'm throwing my third together type of shit. Like that's
nigga, we might be cousins for real or something, bro. What the
fuck? Like I don't know, bro. It's just like that's just how I would do shit, and it's like I don't like to. I'm not trying to like make excuses for it, like oh, but it's just like I just was like, like who cares? Like oh, I'm battling fucking Bobby. Who gives a fuck from where? You know, I'm like oh okay, whatever. This clown. I'm like I feel like they're nowhere near me, so I would like fucking throw shit together on the way there and shit. And I think it was more just like I wanted to prove to myself like what I could do in a battle if I actually like tried, you know. And now that I did that and to see the response from people and shit, I appreciate it, and I definitely like want to continue battling. But at the same time, like I don't want to like oh I'm a battle rapper now. Like I have other shit that I want to do too. So You know, I feel like this show, when we started doing this show, I think it was right around the time I took the first virtual battle, and I love it. I love doing the show. I love the community. I love like everything about the unscripted. And once we did the ring, the fact we had Rap Ref up here, we had a conversation. He got the idea for the ring, doing the ring on here, like that's like the most enjoyment I've got from something like outside of my like regular life, like the online shit. That's the most like enjoyment I've got out of something. So I definitely want to try, and because I appreciate the support and all the people that like show up and rock with it. Like I want to try. I'm trying to make the product better, which is why, like, you know, we got the computer. I got a mic. I'm trying to make like the audio better. I want the you know, visual stuff to be best. I want to add segments. I want, you know, like just little shit I feel like could like fine tune and make different products better, you know, as opposed to just like, oh, I'm a battler, you know.
Yeah, I feel you exactly on that. That's dope. No, that's why I was sitting there thinking like, what else? Like when I started doing more for my channel too, like I was like, what's the best way like we keep people more motivated to want to like build like everything? You know what I mean? Because it's like to a point, like you said, it was a point where it was like unmotivating and everything for a minute, but then there's like the drive moments, like the moments where it's like somebody just like makes you push the pedal and shit, and you just like fuck it, like for some reason you just start putting bars together even when you don't even think you're gonna battle the person. You just like, all right. But then it's
Rob,
like then there's like some moments where it's just like, all right. Then when the cards hit, it's like, and you see all the battles go through. That's where I begin my motivation. Like if the whole card set is stone, everything goes by smooth. That's when I'm like, all right, then we got something. Because usually like there's like missing battles and all this other stuff, but usually like if everything's just and we get and the performances are on point, then it's A1 for me because that's planet history right there.
now, Robs, when did you start watching battle rap, like in general?
Um, 2016, like knowing that like there was like events and stuff, like but I was
Okay.
in the, like when I was like going to street, like when I was in the street and everything, like not like hood wise or anything, but like when I was going to school, moments when I was like going home from school or like I was just with my friends, sometimes I would see people just like battle rap, but like you know
Oh,
the
okay.
format was different. So
Gotcha.
like people would just joke around. Some people would throw like $5 on the floor, 10, and then it would just be like, all right, you think you got bar me? Cool. Somebody will start making fun of people's shoes, clothes, or whatever. It's on the floor about the norm. But just it was that. But then I didn't know like it elevated to a point where like there was like volumes, there was summer madnesses. I found all that shit late, and I was like, damn, I can't believe I missed all this.
Mad
Because
late,
if I was
because the written era started in like 2007 or 2008. I think Elements League was started 2006 or 2007.
Right,
It
right.
was like right after the um first WRCs, I think, or the second WRCs. But yeah, man. Well, that's dope. I'm glad that that you found your place in this, and I think that you're gonna be a force to be reckoned with, and I think you versus Brick Street is an amazing matchup, and I hope Brick agrees to it for the 23rd of November, because that would make that, you know, we'd have two battles, two solid battles, and you know, winner take all on both battles. So you know,
Mm.
all right,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, because like I said, I'm all for like dope performances, so I'm always gonna give 100%. You know what I
and
mean?
if
Like it's not.
and if you
Like,
bring
it's not
if you beat Brick Street, you become, I don't know how that's gonna work, because like Kid Dangerous and Tazlo got booked first, but Brick Street has to be the main event, I feel like, because he's the king of the ring. So you versus Brick Street would be for the title of the king of the ring. If you beat Brick Street, you are now the king of the
right.
ring.
Well, I feel like Rob's
cool.
just,
Don't tell me that.
so it only makes sense, you know.
Yeah, man.
But I do
Ooh.
want to say like that the whole thing too of like the rent, like we're I feel like what's dope about it is it's like we're just trying to elevate virtual to, like, you know, usher in like a new class and shit, and bring more people to the shit, shed more light on it. I mean, for real, that's kind of why I battled to begin with. It's why we cover this shit, and it's also why. Look, here's the thing. I just want to say this: if I thought someone was trash and there was no room for improvement, I wouldn't even speak on it. So
Right.
there's little things that go, well, I think if you, so I don't know, just when people take it the wrong way and they like feel a way about it, I'm like, I'm saying this for not only for you, I think you could like elevate for virtual itself. Like I feel like everything I do or say is for the betterment of virtual, whether I don't know if it, like I said, the tone, maybe it's the tone I say it in sometimes or whatever, but I think
And
most
you gotta
people
understand this is a sensitive collection of individuals. So,
right.
Bro, it doesn't matter what you do. I've done so much and it just doesn't matter. People are gonna feel how they feel about you, and that's just what it
look,
is.
I just talk my shit. I just say how I feel. If I think you ass, I'm gonna tell you you ass. Like I don't know.
Hmm.
It's not.
Right. I
That's the way I am too, and
I just don't
I'm
get
not apologizing.
I don't get the like the 36 comments in a chat about how fire, like if it's like Oompa Loompas playing or like, you know, my different songs or different, but it's like, oh, so this was fire, this is so Pablo's crazy, Pablo's insane, that's fire, so fire. But then the second you feel like you're mad, all of a sudden now I'm trash. Like I don't like that shit. It's like, bro, you either think I'm good or I'm not. Like don't, like all of a sudden now I feel like that's feminine to do that type of shit.
These niggas is
No,
weird.
I ain't gonna hold you. I gave you your flowers like as soon as you came out, cause like pause. But like when you first clip, like I was like, yeah, you're gonna be dangerous. I was like, it's gonna be over. More the matches go by.
Right, and I don't even mean just that, because like yeah, I'm talking about like someone like from one day to the next type of shit. Like one day you say I'm fire, and the next, like all of a sudden because I said you didn't win your battle, like now I'm trash type of shit. Like I don't fuck with that. It's like, bro, like
This shit is weird.
yeah, it's like I either think you're fire or you're trash, and nothing. Even if you hate me, that's not. Even if we have like you know, even if I don't like you, I can still grade your material and be like, you know, there's battle rappers that I don't like at all. Like Charlie Clips, I fucking can't stand him. I can still admit when he does good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can separate the two, you
This is weirding me out, dog.
know.
This is getting weird. I fucking hate that nigga Clips, bro.
Yeah,
Never been
I haven't been able. I never liked Clips, really, to be honest with you. But like, then once he started bullshitting, I'm like, people gave him chances for like 8 years. They're still giving him chances, and I'm like, I gave up on him fucking 10 years ago. I don't know what y'all are talking
Right.
about.
And people are like, but
I'm
this new
starting to,
clip, this
I'm
new
starting
clip,
to fuck with him for getting the finesse off. I ain't gonna lie. He keep getting booked
right?
like history, man.
It's almost at some point, it's like, I mean, fuck yeah, if he's still finessing the bag and this stuff, it's like you almost can't even hate on it. It's like, bro, they're still paying him. Like, it's gonna show up in freestyle. Like,
He
and
got bills to pay, nigga.
oh shit.
Look it. Shit got real, man. Life make you look at shit different, man. You ever watch wrestling as a grown man and said to yourself, damn, Undertaker got bills to pay? It's different, man.
The Undertaker got bills to pay. He can't sit in that casket all day. It's crazy.
Yo, let's
Yo, he
let's
gotta
make
have
the
a
viewers match the likes.
Right.
But Hazy, I dropped the link for you, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
this is
shit! Salute to Hazy.
Just make sure your audio is good. But yeah, man, a lot of dope shit coming to Unscripted. Pablo and I are gonna be talking very soon, and we're gonna have some dope segments for y'all. And I actually have two really dope ideas that I just came up with today that I haven't even talked to Pablo about. I was gonna try to implement one of them today, but I was rushing it, and I was like, this is not going to be good. And then all of a sudden, the show ended up turning into something better. Rob's wanted to come up here. Emmy wanted to come up here.
Right.
And it turned into a dope conversation. And as the host or one of the hosts, I literally just muted and sat back and listened to y'all because that I enjoy that. I sit back as a fan sometimes. Or I enjoy having people up here so I can sit back and listen.
Right.
You know,
Right. Get
that's
that
dope.
unscripted logic up,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But we also have some dope guests coming up too. That
Yo,
should keep
so
a surprise, or should we tell them?
I'm gonna announce one of them right now. Well,
Okay,
everybody knows Crucial's coming up, but we don't know exact date. Sometime in October. It might be the first week in November, first Monday in November, because Pablo and I are gonna do a couple Halloween episodes in October. But so Monday, October 7th, there will be no unscripted logic because on Tuesday, October 8th at noon Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. noon Eastern Standard Time, we will be having DME Detroit on Unscripted Logic. Not as an interview, just as a fucking dope personality to talk to. And it's gonna be fire. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Dope stuff. Dope stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, the interview I did with Emmett, I mean, with that DME was so fucking dope, and just having him up and having a dope conversation about whatever music. I feel like with DME we could talk about music, movies, and battle rap. Like, and I think we could leave battle rap out of it for real.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I think that's a great idea, bro. Talking
yeah. So
music, you can talk about Detroit. You know what's crazy is my dad was from Detroit.
yeah, Pablo's dad was from Detroit, and I talked a lot about him growing up in Detroit in the interview I did with him, but we could still talk about the Detroit shit and fucking because I love Detroit, man. I knew somebody out in Detroit that my a friend of mine, his cousin lived out in Detroit. He would send tapes, and he literally sent me Infinite and a few songs that ended up on the Slim Shady LP in 1997. I had that shit. So like,
Nigga, I was being born. I was like months old.
yeah, that's crazy. And then M's first studio album didn't come out till 2 years later, and I was listening to M 2 years before anyone knew who the fuck he was. Like, real shit. So I love Detroit, and I love Detroit hip hop. We have a beat from Marv One with a hook that we're gonna be recording very soon, called The Score. It's gonna be dope as fuck. We have a feature on there that's gonna be amazing. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, man. So Hazy, what's good, brother?
Yo, what's good, man?
Hey, hold on one second. Fresh Coast, what's a good idea? Sorry, I forget what I just said. I'm high.
The DME shit, I think. No? I don't know.
The DME shit, I don't know. But look, I was thinking about like, should we still do an episode on Monday night and do the DME episode on Tuesday? But I feel like that will just affect the views on each episode. So
Oversaturated. Nah.
yeah. So there will be no Unscripted Logic on Monday, October 7th. There will be one.
Do a twist on the theme,
Yep.
Yo, I was just thinking about this. I was gonna do it myself, but how would y'all feel about adding this to the ring every once in a blue bit? Battles. Like niggas battle about why they think a certain nigga won. Like if y'all bring the fans up, like I think such and such won, I think such and such won, and niggas gotta battle they points out.
Oh shit! Battles. Yo,
Yeah,
ME.
that's fire.
Did you just say we should do that?
Yeah, on the ring.
I do it, but I'm like, hey, would y'all want to do that on the ring type shit? I feel like that could be like a
Absolutely. It like I
Yo,
don't know if it was the last unscript or on one of the lives. I was talking about incorporating other shit. I said, "Yo, if it's the ring, right?" I
at
said,
least the debate. At least
right,
the
because I
debate.
said not even just rap battles, right? I was like, if people that make music but they don't battle, they want to do like a verses, like a 3-song each, like verses
Right.
shit. If they wanted to do like video editors or something, if like yo like you both get the same content or something, like I said, like the footage of the first ring battle or something, or any battle from the ring, if you like make your own edit or something of a video and have like a that battle, or like a topical, like I used to do these battles on I think it was like raproyalty.com or something. It's like you get either a picture or like a phrase, and you both write like a 32 or whatever, like on the topic, and you both spit your like topical, and it's like people grade like what verse was better and shit, like all of that kind of shit. So a
I
debate
want to do
about
that
a
on
battle,
here.
like that's fire. I feel like that would
I want to do that on here, bro. That
yeah,
would be
that's what
dope.
I'm saying. Instead of just like having a one-off battle, like yeah, it's like, oh, we got some battles, we got a debate, a battle we got a versus, like we can make like a whole event out of it.
Yeah, I think battle. I think two fans debating a battle would be a great element to the ring. Like we could
Right.
start it off the event with the
Because if you go
debate.
back to Unscripted, I think even in the first episode, that's how this show even started, was me and Social debating battles, like even
Yes,
old battles from like fucking 15 years ago.
Hitman versus John
Who
John,
won Hitman versus John John? We were debating shit happened fucking 10 years ago.
and
So I
then
think
and
that's
then
perfect.
ultimately like we were talking in the middle of talking about it, and both of us were like, do we even give a fuck who
Right.
won this battle?
We
Like,
agreed they
if we
each
just
won one round and the third was trash. So we were just like, yeah, whatever. Who
yeah
cares? This battle didn't age well. Who gives a fuck? Like,
yeah.
I did John John until like 2 weeks ago. Do you niggas remember? Did y'all ever see John John versus Daylight when that nigga John John is like, "You want me to kill you with your style?" and the crowd's like, "No."
yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God, bro.
Yo, ME, your mic is cracking heavy.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it might be the There we go. Is that better?
Say it again.
Is that better?
Yeah,
It's a little better, yeah.
My phone, I'm also rolling up. Y'all might have heard my weed bag.
but yo, John, who was it? What battle was it? I think it was it John John and not Bill Collect, maybe QP. I think I'm trying to remember. It was like John John and QP. I think where he kept in the third. He's like, "Yo, I'ma kill him with." He's like, "Since you've been trying to," or no, maybe it was Bill Collectus. He's like, "Oh, you were trying to battle Tech Nine, so he's like, I'm gonna kill him with his style. So now you don't have to." And then he would do that, and it was like trash. Then he would go and he's like, "Since you're trying to battle Shotgun Chug, I'm gonna kill him. I just killed him with his style. So now you don't Shotgun. Now you don't have to battle like." And
Hey,
like the whole room was just like, ugh, like it was
Pablo,
so pandery and like it was fucking hilarious, bro. Like,
Pablo.
yeah,
So Mactown said, can he offer some constructive criticism?
yeah.
Who were you speaking to? He said, speed up your flow.
Oh,
But
probably. Yeah, I get it. I get that a
oh,
lot. But
oh,
well, the thing is, to me, and especially in virtual, sometimes I get worried that if I go too fast, like the shit lags sometimes.
and it won't, and a lot of shit won't land, like, for people
Yeah, it's
because the way Pablo crafts his shit, it's
right.
too layered
If you
to.
watch like the Tusabe
But I
battle,
feel
like
you, Mactown. I
the way I
understand.
did my third and the Tusabe, I feel like that was like the right pace. Sometimes I rush through my material and it's too fast. And then I should, to like counterbalance that, I'm like, oh, I gotta slow it down. And then when I'm rewatching, even I'm like, all right, speed it up a little bit, bro. Like, dude, like you're lagging a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like this battle particularly, I did want to rap like a little faster than that. I think it was just the fact that I didn't feel good and I was a little fatigued. So I wanted to make sure I didn't like slip up. I wanted to make sure I was like enunciating every part and make sure I was like catching breaths in between. because I did plan on rapping this material a little quicker, like the fry mule of the ass. Yeah, that's a cash earner. If money make the world go round, I'm a flat earther. For killing D, they hitting me with capital murder. Like, especially the third, that part that was like,
yeah, I could tell Mactown for
yeah,
sure.
that part that was supposed to be like, you are the this cat synonymous with a battered dog. That is the vast embodiment of lack of confidence. And I left the part that was supposed to be like, yeah, I guess you had some moderate success as a novice, but that's why he desperately clings to his past accomplishments. You should be slapped unconscious for having a swag of a bottom tier battler on Smack. Now that is the ultimate backhanded compliment. Like, that was supposed to be faster paced. I was just like so fatigued at that point, and I couldn't get the breaths in between that I wanted to because of how I felt. So I knew I had to slow that part down a little bit. But I do get what you're saying, though.
Yeah,
Absolutely agree.
Yeah, I do too. And we're all about the constructive criticism over here.
Yeah, I never take, bro. Even if someone was like,
as long as it's not with disrespect. If you just come over here and you ask questions, or you just like say your opinion in a respectful way, then like we're good, you know. But 3-0 Pablo, I can't lie. Salute to
I
you.
love that scheme, and I'm mad. Like,
J-Rock,
I left out a
Bruce.
few parts of that fucking. This is multi-syllabic raps on topic versus a half retarded rapping hobbit who tries to juke the stats with these backroom politics. He just wants pats on the back and acknowledgement. I ain't seen something as sad as this sorry prick till I watched this film of this random autistic kid getting thrashed in some boxing vid. Oh wait, you bear a striking resemblance. Wait, that was redonkulous. Like, I just started going off on this scheme.
That was redonkulous.
I felt like it was like overkill kind of, and I definitely didn't have the breath to hit the pockets the way I wanted to, so I just left those parts out. I felt
share the stream, please. Share the stream and hit the like if you have not, please.
Right.
But I just want to say, like, everybody's got their pockets, their flows, and the way Pablo delivered it, Pablo, even though you were sick, bro, like, you were still sick, like,
right.
Yeah, like, you give it time to breathe. You give them time, a little bit of that time for that fucking punchline to breathe, bro.
Right.
And it's like
the fundraiser shit. Like, I feel like certain bits of material, I feel like were perfectly paced. Like the fundraiser shit, like those 4 bars, I don't think I could or should have rapped those any quicker than that. I feel like that was a perfect pace for that because it was like a performance bar. But I do understand, like,
that was my favorite bar from that first round, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was crazy.
Sections like could be sped up a little. Like the way I ended it, the like AMG mode, I wanted to do that a little quicker. Like, I'll like put a hold in him. I said, I'm just giving money what I owe to him. It's over with. This is a shot in the dark like a Christopher Nolan film. So focus in and see me split his frames when I strike like a candlelit bowling pin. Like, I wanted to do it like a little quicker, but I knew I didn't have the full like.
Yeah, but but what you did was replace the like because you couldn't be as fast as you wanted to, you replace that with like swag, and you had more of a swaggy cadence.
I knew that going into it because I couldn't. I knew I didn't have the capability in that moment to rap it like that, like as rapid. I knew, and I think like that's what we were talking about earlier, is like incorporating other elements. Like, and I knew that. I said, well, let me replace this with, instead of the faster paced momentum, which I felt like would make a hit. I go, what also could make this same material hit is if, like you said, if I like accentuate certain parts and almost like swag it a little, or get a little aggressive on this part or this part. Like, I knew that in my head, I knew that. So I was like the money what I owed to him, I knew if I hit that like aggressively, that line would hit. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain parts that I was like, okay, no.
The way you did like the what I owed to him, and put like your hands like around his stomach, what I owed to, like the hole through his stomach that you were, bro, that shit was insane.
And that comes with performance, and I feel like
your performance was really dope.
Right. I know my delivery itself what might have been off on a part like when
Yeah,
I
the
said
delivery could have been a little better, but that
right, like the
but
pop and
your
tag shit, I
cadence.
was like running out of breath at that point. I like maybe was like saying it like running out of steam while saying it. So it's like there's parts where and we say but like we said multiple times before, like delivery and performance are two that you can perform a bar fire but the delivery might be off. You could deliver it perfect, but your performance might be off. You know what I'm saying? So there was parts where I knew my delivery was a little off, but my performance was on point, and I feel like that's what was coming across. It's not just the material was good, but that the the fundraiser bar, it's like that could be dope, but it wouldn't be like a haymaker without the performance of it. And I feel like the performance was on point, and that's why
Yeah.
that and the money what I owe to him. Like if I didn't perform that the right way, I don't think it would have hit as hard, And that comes with like experience, and that comes with like just getting better at incorporating different shit. And I feel like I knew that was something that people were like sleeping on from me. Not everyone's like, oh, Pablo's got a pen. Pablo, can he match like D Money's like bop or whatever? But I knew that like maybe certain people haven't seen enough of my battles, or they aren't as familiar with me. They don't know that I can do like performance shit. You know what I mean? So I felt like I showed that the different elements. Like not just the writing, not just the like layeredness or like I felt like I switched it up. Even like people appreciate the aggression, but I
See,
wasn't just
Fresh
like
Toast said it looked effortless. Like,
right. So
Nah,
it
the
was
real MVP,
yeah.
oh man, so sorry. The
No,
real MVP was you being sick because it helped with you looking super disgusted while he rapped. That like knowing that you were sick, it just added a certain the way you was looking at that nigga. It's like you was literally sick to your stomach of this nigga's existence, and it was just
yeah,
Every bar money said like Pablo was like looking at him like a like like
yeah,
like
literally
no,
like
that's
yeah.
you,
not it.
you son of a bitch. Like I was like,
Right. Like at one point, I'm not gonna lie, like I literally in my mind was thinking, I'm like, you fucking spent 2 months like talking all this shit and fucking like I wrote my fucking ass off. Like I was almost like, ugh, like really.
no,
But
I'm
at the
crying.
same
I can't
time,
get money. Like he's had it up to here with you.
right. But at the same time, I was like, well, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win the money. So I was like half mad, half like happy about it. So that's why it probably comes off that way too. And like you said, the fact that I didn't feel good, but the second the camera came on, I knew I like couldn't show it. So if the only thing you're getting is just like the like the vibe that I'm giving off, that I'm like, like I'm. That's just funny. Now when I watch, I'm not gonna be able to like unsee that. That like, looks like I'm disgusted with. Because I mean, I was a little some of the line. Yo, when he came out in the first, and he's like, "You said," and then was like saying stuff I never said. Like, you said you were doing this battle for free, and I was like, when? When did I say that? I was like, I never said that.
and
I
when were
was
you
saying
wearing a robe with no shirt? Now, I've
that wasn't a robe.
definitely.
That was a towel. He's talking about the Tusabe face off I did.
Oh, okay,
When
okay.
I was on vacation at a beach house, and fucking Zetro hit me up. He's like,
Oh,
"Can you do
yeah,
a face
yeah,
off? Can you do
okay.
a face?" So I was like, all right, I guess I'll do a face off. We were like, I was at the lake swimming, so I didn't have a shirt. But when I did the face off, I like put the camera like focused on my face. I wasn't sitting there with like no shirt on. Like you didn't see me with no shirt. It's just it was like from my head up pause, and then it's not that I went and got a rope. I had a towel around my neck that was like, like I just got out of the way. I was like wearing the towel as a shirt, but it was focused on my face the whole time. But so when he's like, I'll even grant him that one. Like that was close enough. I'm just saying the other shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I never said I was
Yeah.
doing this for free. Never said I was gonna be backstage with Jelly Roll. I said I got invited to an album release party.
Yeah,
Like,
we
what
both
the
got
fuck?
invited. Like, we
But
didn't go.
Like, I'll grant him some of them. Like, okay, those are close enough, I guess. But I definitely never said I was doing this. So when he said that, I'm like, what are you I said, let's bet money. When did I say I was doing it for free? Like, what are you talking? And then he said, motherfuckers is liars. Like, what?
I have the nigga who never says nigga call me a fraud ass nigga apologize for it, but in the midst tell me I'll do anything for fame. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. I don't. I heard Caesar's material twice, and he did not have that part in it when he spit it to me. Otherwise, I would have been like, bad idea.
Yeah, let me say something. I'm not incorporated with that either, so please don't send it straight at me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I recapped the battle as is with the bars, and Emmy, I after watching it again, I do have you taking the first round, but I got him taking the second and third.
After I recap it, I just want to know your
But,
personal opinion after I break it down from my perspective, because it's a lot of.
all right,
I'm not mad though. I
fair
feel like
enough.
it comes off like I'm mad because everybody said I crashed out. Even immediately after the battle, I specifically said, and he cut me off and got emotional, which was weird to make it look
You
like
were
I was
fire
freaking out.
though. I just didn't like that you kept unmuting. But go ahead, my bad.
Like for me, okay, I look at things from a larger perspective than just the perception of me and shit. I know Adept wanted something like that out of the car, and like everything else was perfect. I felt like that was just the last little entertainment factor. Like I don't care if like it made me look distasteful or whatever. Like I really didn't do that. Even right after I said he didn't cross no lines, I went everywhere. It was like, yo, I don't think he should be canceled for saying nigga. I just think he corny. I stood up like I don't know,
Right.
like for me it wasn't that deep. Like yeah, I'll smack the shit out you. That's it. I never yo, what's your address? Yo, I'll kill you. This nigga gotta die. Yo, fuck this nigga. How y'all gonna let him
Nah,
rap?
right.
Oh, I didn't interrupt that. I made that shit entertaining, man. It's 1 in the morning. If I didn't do that, I would have laid my ass down and y'all wouldn't have got nothing. You feel me?
right.
It
You
was
made a
one of
good.
those.
You made a good point. The other when you said like he's like I didn't end the battle right there, like, and I know some people might have like used that as an out, like, oh what, I'm not finishing, fuck that, after the first. And you like he didn't go, you finished the battle, like, okay, you talked a little, and like you said also, because the whole card didn't have, like, it's a never forget, and we always get some kind of crash out. The fans always want a crash out or some wild like debauch, you know, something. And the fact that everything else went smooth the whole night and shit, like that's when you started explaining that, and when Adept was saying, yeah, but the talking didn't like ruin the battle though. And when I rewatched it, I was like, yeah, it actually didn't. And it just made it like even more like back and forth. It was crazy because you guys are like talking to each other and shit. So
And Caesar just rapped right through it.
Right.
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
appreciate it didn't ruin it, and it did add like some entertainment to it. So I
True.
I appreciate that. The fact that like he said he didn't like he didn't cut it off and not wrap his rounds and shit. Like he split his rounds and he pulled back up and sat there while Caesar wrapped the third, you know? So I definitely see it.
Because he was trying to frame it like I'm all this. For me, in my mind, like if it was me feeling like I was losing or if I was looking for it out, as a nigga, I could have definitely pulled the I'm offended rollout and tried to get people behind me. I didn't do that. Like I really could have shut that shit down right then and there. Like, nah, this fuck nigga not doing that. Da, 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 da. We gotta fight. That would have been the crash out. To me, I made that shit entertaining. He did do some shit I didn't like because it's out of his character. For me, I just don't like corny shit. Like he's just not
I don't
the guy.
like that he did it either. If you don't normally say it, then don't say it.
For me too, that devalues material because you're taking all these personal attacks. And for me, it's kind of crazy that you have all this shit to pull from, but you're telling me I've done nothing. Meanwhile, you're referencing interviews, you're referencing live battles, you're referencing I can't do that for you. So for me, it's just a lot of weird, like,
well,
it's ironic.
He does have live battles. He has like 2 or 3, I think.
But I had 7 while homeless. But regardless,
that's crazy.
It's not that. It's just the standpoint of trying to act like I'm nobody. I've done this, but you're quoting all my shit all through it and things that I've done. Like nobody would want to do this. Nobody will. But you're quoting interviews. I get contacted for interviews. Don't reach out to people for that shit. It's all of it. That's minute shit. But to me, the bigger part is the framing it like I would do anything for fame and I'm a bitch ass nigga. When you did some bitch ass shit and you compromised your morals, because you wouldn't have went around apologizing and saying you were tripping and caught in the moment. You're a follower. You didn't even up here. He said, "Yo, a death might have made me do it," being funny, but like all of it to me is just that's not your character. So while you're trying to frame this picture of me, I really was exactly who I said I was in my material. I think you pussy. I think you corny. I don't have more than that. You talking about my dad. You doing all this extra shit to make a spectacle for attention that I'm supposed to be the nigga that would do anything for. Like to me, he counteracted his writing. But I can understand for me, it's deeper than that. And for the larger scale of things, this is a fucking classic. I know the whites is gonna be with Seizure. I know the niggas is gonna be with me. There's gonna be a lot of talk.
It wasn't
It's
even
great.
like that.
Damn, bro. Why you gotta go that far?
Yeah, it wasn't
Bro,
even like
it's
that.
America. Like these things are fake constructs, but they exist. They're real. They've been made real. So there are things that are derivative of that, regardless of how I personally feel. I don't mistreat white people, whatever. I'm just aware. I'm American, yo. Like I know enough to know what's going on and what's gonna happen. That doesn't mean like I'm a fucking whatever you want to call it. I'm cognizant of where I live and where I grew up. Especially I grew up in the South, bro. Like I know how I know it's not that deep, but it's gonna happen. This is already happening. Go read the comments. Go look at the divide. Go look at the
Well, it
blogs.
depends
The
on
people
where
who
you grow up as a white person, because like, man, I spent a lot of time around non-white people, all different races, and you know, it is what it is, man.
I do want to
I
say
have a
that
half black brother for real.
I don't agree with Caesar like apologizing for it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he should
I
have just
get if
stood
you're in
on
the
it, and
heat
I
of the
don't agree
moment
with.
and shit, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he should have just stood on it. Like,
press shit, because to me it all goes to the disingenuousness. Like, so for you to go on this large 18-minute diatribe about how I'm this and I'm that when I've been consistent, then it's just for me as a writer, as a like none of it adds up. And then your body language with all this shit, and then like you're talking about all this gay shit, but you look mad zesty, like consistent. Like all of it to me is just like this doesn't work for me. I'm a realist.
I don't think it's like disingenuous on his part. I just think he's a very like in the moment kind of person. Like how he's feeling in that moment is how he's feeling. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's. I
yo,
wouldn't
Caesar was
use
like,
the
"You
word
bitch ass neighbor."
neighbor. Like when you watch like a Sam Jackson movie on TV and you're like, you mutual funding melon farmer, and they try to like fill in the motherfuckers with other MF words. I love that. Yo, that's my
Or
favorite.
how about
I want my mutual
how
funding
about Die Hard? Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
Mr. Falcon. Yo, that's one of my favorite ones.
Instead of yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker,
Right.
they say yippee-ki-yay, Mr.
Mr.
Falcon.
Oh no!
Falcon
Oh,
is
rap
great.
here. Rap know what I'm talking about. Mother trucker.
Rap ref, salute,
Salute,
G.
rap.
Yeah, word. Salute. You
On a
feel me?
classic.
I'm listening. It
Yo,
just,
rapper, salute.
I didn't even want to get into all of that again. I was just,
Right.
I feel like it's shitty, but I was just being. But like for me, I think everybody has the right to their opinion, and I'm gonna speak my perspective, but I know how this is gonna go. Like I know who's gonna think I won, who's gonna think he won, and I know how I feel. I feel like I'm better than him. So for me, it don't matter. It's all about people enjoyed that shit, and I don't plan on being around. So for me, I just wanted to leave something where I think Never Forget 6 can go for 30 to 50 instead of 20. Like that's my concern. You know
word.
what I'm saying?
I think you definitely accomplished that, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Salute to the platform.
For sure.
I just say that, that whole situation and the apology, even like one of y'all just said, basically that creates enough, it stirs the pot up enough to where people not necessarily focusing on the material when they associate that battle. I think Smoke Kings,
And the
I'm seeing
material
it
was
being
so
covered
fire.
again, and it's being covered because Caesar said the N word, and it was you take that away, and that battle is a fire battle, probably a classic. and it's definitely a battle of the night contender. You get what I'm saying? And I had the same stance as you with that. Like, it's not like we want Caesar canceled. He's too talented in virtual to be canceled. We don't want that to go away or none of that. But you know, some people it can ruffle their feathers to where, like, you know, okay, I don't think he's the type that really should be saying that. You feel me? So for you to, when you apologize for it, it's like, if you stood on it and be like, nah, I say this in real life all the time. This is just my lingo, and you convincingly proving that point, and you know what I'm saying, you standing on it, then it looks like, okay, well, shit, well, maybe maybe he got the pass, maybe in his area he can say it, and he got black people who don't mind it, or whatever the case may be. But for you to apologize, and then you say names like, you know, he mentioned a few people and was like he felt pressured into saying it. It's like, okay, now this whole shit is starting to look crazy. And it, like look what it led to. The content it led to, people arguing on panels and all of that. It's giving the vibe that you really, really shouldn't have said it now. You know what I'm saying? But we still don't want you canceled. We don't want you canceled. We don't think you should be punished. People like me and Emmy, we looking at it like, okay, that's corny because you don't say it in real life. And that's the extent that I'm like,
exactly.
take it
I
to.
agree.
You feel me?
I agree.
I understand why he was like, oh, I'm so, like, I get like why he would apologize. Like, I understand from his point of view, like, oh, people are mad, and he's like, oh, my bad, I was in the moment, my bad. Like, I get it, but yeah, just
especially
you know how I would have apologized if I was him. I would have just said, y'all, you feel me? Like, I say this a lot, really, or I say it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I got the pass or whatever, but if it offended y'all in any type of way, then I apologize. But you know, this is who I am. This is part of like how I came up. This is what I'm around. And out here, I say that people don't have a problem. That to me, that's a valid apology. But for you to say, you know, I got carried away, I feel pressured into it and all that, it's like you low key acknowledging that you're not supposed to be saying it.
Right, because like we're, you
He's
know,
been around for 3 years. There's never been an instance of anything near that, nothing. So for me, that's that's weird, because that's not something that you don't get carried away and say nigga. I'm a nigga. As a nigga, I've never gotten carried away and said nigga. Since my mom carried me, I've been hearing nigga. And when I came out of I've been saying.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes in a separate context, I do like. But it's more so like it's delivering what my problem is. Like if I be like, yo, bro, you know, I let you borrow $20. You feel me? I need that back. And he goes, man, you ain't give me that money. I might go, hold on, nigga. Nigga, I just gave you that money 5 days ago. What is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it to like, and I'm not going to end with that like it's derogatory, like, nigga, you fucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of weird. But he said fraud ass nigga. So that kind of adds substance, because you're supposed to pay attention to you being called a fraud. But we all know that the nigga was deliberately injected into that to stir the pot.
Override, yeah.
Why is fraud crazy? Do you believe in a parallel universe? I do. But nah,
it's in y'all's vocabulary. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I gotta say. Like,
I mean, where I grew up and shit, like, you know, I was around a lot of people. They say it and shit, and I don't know. I'm just the type of person where, like, regardless of like inner circles or whatever, or, you know, some people like, oh no, it's cool, like you get it, but like it's a word that it does carry like gravitas to it, and I know certain people, depending on where they are, where they're from, how, like I just avoid it, you know. I just avoid it.
Word. And the thing is, and this is why I feel like I have a right to look at it weird, right? Because as a 26-year-old African American male, I be trying not to say it. You feel me? I was in the habit when I first came around this sector. I was calling everybody kings, like, what up, king? But I had to learn that everybody is not worthy of that kind of noble acknowledgement. So I did kind of resort back to saying nigga too much. But even when I catch myself like I get the equivalent of me cussing in front of my mama when I say it now. You know what I'm saying? It's like I probably shouldn't be saying that. Now that's as an African American male. Now in my city, you got you got Hispanics, you got white. You actually got white people out here. Like it's like the population for white is growing out here, and this is the trenches. This is the hood. You feel me? And it's like there's people who say it that ain't black, but it's like when they say it, it like it speaks for itself. Like okay, they've been saying it. They grew up around this and this and that. You don't even have to second guess it. A lot of them say it blacker than me and don't be black. There. What up, my nigga? Shit, you good? You need it? Damn, hold on, wait, cause you white.
Right.
But it's so convincing. It's like I don't even question it.
That too. It's like I totally get what you're saying, but I just think, I mean, if it created a conversation on it, I don't think the conversation is a bad thing. I just think, I don't know. I'm trying to like look at positives because, like you said, when I was like covering the battle, I did want to try to bring it back to the material because I felt like it was such a
word.
Battle.
The material was fire.
Like getting overlooked. So good. I think I do want to say again, one of my favorite parts in Emmy's round was that part in the third when he was like, "Yo, he's like that feeling when he's like, your heart freeze when the police pull up." He's like, "No, because them people still, your people still." Like that whole shit. That was like my favorite fucking section of that round, to be real. Like,
and that's what's supposed to be covered. You get what I'm saying? That's what's supposed to go around. It's a battle of the night contender. You feel me? I think it might just be more of a battle of the night candidate than me and Innovate. So it's like we don't want it like it's forever tainted with that one thing that happened that was what, a second or two. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like
I can't tell.
I don't look at it as tainted. I look at it like it's been. I think it's the best battle that ever happened in virtual. To be honest with you, like I would be willing to argue that down. Like I really think it's.
Nah, you can't talk your shit.
It's the
talk your shit
to ever happen, like all around the board. I feel like anybody that fuck with this shit can fuck with something from it. Even that, like taking emotion, it can create conversation. There's great material there. There's good rapping, no matter what type of rapping you like. I feel like we have two different styles. There's moments where we meet in certain common places as far as maybe assonance and consonants. We do it differently, and I do more. I feel like I don't like rap so long, but I think there's a lot there as just an entirety of a battle. And I think over time, it's going to be one of those. Like, I think there's so much wrapped around it right now. Like you said, the material hasn't even been able to set in. But once you get, like, that even makes it a classic. Like, the nigga said, fraud-ass nigga. I talked through his fucking rounds. We had great rounds, too.
Yeah,
like the battle
and that's what you right, bro. I'm not even going to lie. You right. Because it's like, even with me and Innovate, you could tell we couldn't fake it on camera. You could tell we have respect for each other. You get what I'm saying? But y'all, it was a grudge match in every sense of the word. You know what I'm saying? That anger and that aggression was there, and it's probably the type of battle that would be like 10 times better in person, because it's like y'all niggas want to jump through the screen and you know what I'm saying? Like attack each other. It
wouldn't have been a battle in person. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like if he would have said anything about my sister, the battle would have been over, and he definitely wouldn't have said all that.
Word. There's certain things. Yeah, there's certain barriers you can't cross. Like people say this is battle rap. How many times? And like I say it all the time, right? I say it all the time because I don't get what the fuck battle rap these people was watching where they say, oh, this is battle rap. You shouldn't be sensitive if you name a battle rapper that's not sensitive. Right. Name a battle rapper that ain't pop off on somebody, argue with somebody, fight, almost fight. Name one. I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? Like battle rap, people, we artists, so we sensitive about our craft. You get what I'm saying? And it's like still there's certain lines you cannot cross. There's certain lines you can't cross. Yes, you have to have a stomach, you have to have a strong heart for this shit, but at the same time, it's like certain things is gonna trigger you, and everybody different. We all got certain triggers to where, okay, you disrespecting me as a man, I wouldn't respect myself if I let this fly. You feel me? So if he mentioned a dead relative of yours, you know what I'm saying, and you took it to that next level, that's warranted to me. Niggas can't it's just battle rap everything. Like, no, my nigga. Like, that's the type of shit that it runs the investors away. Okay, this shit can get too messy. Get too messy. It ain't something I don't want to publicize this. I don't want to put this on no show, no network or some shit like that, because it'll get bad publicity. I see it all the time on the IG reels, Facebook, and all that. They share clips of battle rap like Tay Rock with the body bitch scheme and all of that, and motherfuckers is trying to cancel him. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it's disrespectful, but at the same time, it's okay to show class. And when somebody asks me, no, when y'all was making that point about me battling Clip, that's why I said it in the comments, and I was gonna keep it to myself, but I will have to be too disrespectful to match his energy, and I don't want to do that. You feel me? That ain't my style. I don't want to battle Clip for that exact reason. It'll get too dark, and it's like if it's to go down, it needs to be in person. That way, I can like he say the wrong shit, it's gonna go another way. Respectfully,
Right.
I'm not making a threat. I'm just saying like certain things. Nah, they're cool. It worked for Arsenal. It worked for, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, nah, we don't always need that.
I'm not Mr. Bad. Like, I'm not going. Like, you're not brother said just your dad, daddy, me. And I see, and we're gonna move forward for this. I really didn't mean to make this the conversation. My apologies. Sick Mosh, I definitely said to D Money, and I've said in the comments as well. I didn't appreciate the shit about his father. That's not something I would do. I've said that.
Right.
Sure.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I mean, I don't know, just something about I said before, like just if someone else said the same bars, like I might have took it a different way, but just I don't know. To me, I think just the whole rollout he was taking, like to me, it all like reeked of desperation. So
Word.
I wasn't surprised. Like honestly, if you notice in the Oompa Loompa song, I shout out my dead homie in that song. I fully expected him to bring that up 1000%. I did not give a like. To me, it was like I knew he was either gonna bring him or my dad. I knew he was.
And sometimes
I didn't even like write a rebuttal for it. Like to me, it was just like that line just completely missed. It didn't hit me or affect me at all. Like I don't.
sometimes you have to mentally prepare for the worst. Every time
me,
I click
told
YouTube,
Seizures, I was like, I personally wouldn't use that. What he used in the second, I was like, I personally wouldn't use it. I'd keep it in the tuck, and then if he says something wild like that, then maybe pull it out.
Do you want to know something that I find weird? Because he said last night he asked a few niggas if he should say that. I think that's weird. Like I'm a fraud ass nigga, but you're willing to say shit that you. But to question it means within yourself that's not you. That's not even what you do. That's just a defense mechanism because you want some other shit. You all over the place.
The point I don't remember the exact words I said back to him, but I think when I wind up talking to him, like either on the phone or a stream, I think I said like, well, you know, like it's up to you, you know, like I'm not gonna tell you whether to say something or not, but I said I don't think it's necessary, but you know, it's up. I'm not gonna tell someone what they can or can't say, but I get what you're saying, like. To me, I don't have to like ask someone else if I you know what I mean. Like I get the point you're making, but
sometimes people don't trust their own talent. And I'm not saying this in any particular case. I mean it's like generally
but
they don't trust their own talent to get it done.
Good. Seizures material was good enough where he didn't need that.
That's my exact point. It's like so that's why it come off extra grimy to me because you was already fire. And if it was me, like people don't even know there was things I had for Innovate that I didn't say because I'm like, all right, I did enough. I don't need to go crazy like that. You feel me? Others will argue, nah, Innovate got you. You probably should have, but it's like, nah, I want this to be just like this. What I feel, how satisfied I am with my material, I want it to be just like this. You feel me? I'm not gonna take that extra risk and be extra disrespectful. None of that goofy ass shit. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like. Sometimes it's not warranted. Like me, when I prepare for a battle, I expect people to bring up, you tried it. The thing, and I don't understand this stupid ass angle or narrative that you tried it, blocked one of my, she never blocked a battle I fucking had. I was the whistleblower that she was blocking other battles. Right. But I'm starting to see this whole routine of people saying, hey, she blocked your battle. Ha, ha, ha. You fucking stupid. Just because I took the notion to tell y'all that somebody in virtual was moving foul, y'all got the whole situation misconstrued. But other than that, I expect people to bring up my stroke I had. You feel me? People have even mentioned my child. You know what I'm saying? All types of goofy ass shit. So I expect the worst. But that's all the more reason certain people I can't battle. I can't battle the Clip Corleones. I might not even battle the Luke Haynes. I'm just being honest, because it's like, bro, I'm going to want to take it. I'm going to want to take it somewhere else, bro. Like before this battle rap, goofy ass battle rap shit, and I say that in the nicest context possible. I'm a man. You feel me? And I gotta hold it down. But when people stoop that low, I didn't have to ever get that disrespectful with personals in a battle.
Sick Mosh. Facts.
Yeah, in retrospect,
Pablo's dad was like my
I
second
probably
dad.
should have just said don't use it, but
I told him not to use it.
It's not, but from the comfort of your own home, very great move for him. You know what I'm saying? For me, I view him differently. Like I look at him as a desperate individual, but like for the sake of everyone's entertainment, like from virtual, it's cool. Like if we was in person, it doesn't go well. But for virtual, for a depth card and shit like that, I understand and I know everybody's gonna be entertained. So it's like I'm not going out of my way to see Caesar. Now I do happen to have access to go to Utah, and that you know what I'm saying. But I'm not that deep. Like it's not that deep.
No, I get what you're saying. I said the same thing about when the Clip and Jackpot shit. I said the same thing about when he did that. I said like the fact that it is like online and shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah, when I blogged on that, when I was just a lonely blogger before all of you know, when I blogged on that, motherfuckers didn't know me as a battler at all. I said, man, he was cooking, he was fire. I certainly had him winning up until that point where he said that shit. And I'm like, I wanted to scrap the entire battle and give him the loss just off of that. I knew I couldn't, like the real analyst in me couldn't do that, but I'm like, that was so low, so foul, so unnecessary. And this is my first impression of him. And it's actually like you wanna get a good idea of what you getting into battling Clip. Watch that battle. It's like the nigga, he got bars, all right, but it's like he will also take it to that next level to try to secure a victory. And it's like somebody like me who flirted with death less than a year ago, somebody like me who been in and out of the hospital, all of that shit. I'm not even taking that chance. I'm just keeping it real with y'all because it's like we gonna have to be like if you can keep that energy in person, and I'm not even pulling up to that venue by myself, then that's different. But it's like nah, for this virtual shit. So that's even more different than the seizure shit. Like seizure, then I knew ME wasn't like this is what I'm saying. We have the same take on it. Like it's more so like he was daring. To me, it was like he was daring people who didn't agree with it to get offended. It wasn't like I didn't see it as a direct shot at ME. I seen it as I'm finna try to get away with saying this, and I don't think nobody gonna do shit about it or say shit about it. You feel me? And this is battle rap. People have freedom of speech. I don't want to take that away at all. But sometimes when people do shit like that, it takes away from the over. I seen it with Clip versus Jackpot. I seen it in this. It steals the attention away from the craft, but also it adds to the dogfight. Because Seizure versus ME is definitely a dogfight. It was definitely hostile throughout. And battle rap does need that. Does it need people stirring up racial tension? No. You feel me? Right. I'm just keeping it a buck. Because I will go on to say, like, when I contact Social and Pablo, naturally, I see somebody, yo, what up, nigga? Shit, what's good? When I contact them about the ring or some other shit, I'll filter myself. Now, I'm not going to be saying nigga and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, what up, my nigga? Because it's like, they can't really reciprocate that and it look normal to a lot of people. So I have to meet them. I have to meet them halfway with that same respect. And honestly, like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think I might get these.
Used to it, bro. I'm
not even gonna say that. They're gonna cancel me. But
nah, I'm used to
I mean,
it.
yeah, I'm used.
I got friends we got friends in real life.
Right.
Like plenty of
when someone says that to me, I'm just like, oh, what's up, brother?
Trust me.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But even it's a respect thing. It's like if I don't want you to say it to me, I'm not even gonna say it to you. And y'all can vouch. Y'all ain't never heard me say, what up, my nigga Pablo? What up, my nigga Social? But at the same time, y'all my brothers. You feel me? Y'all my brothers. When I wanted to quit and leave this shit alone, nobody helped me the way y'all did. That's a fact.
Word.
Yo, I just say brother. Like
means
that,
a lot.
like brother,
Facts, Hazy.
like,
Yeah, I didn't even know that was
bro,
Hazy.
brother,
Salute my
like that's what
Hazy
I
is
was
my brother
raised
too.
on.
Shout out my bro Hazy. You feel me?
But I like what you said earlier about the kingship because to me, like MME, I feel like it's a perfect example. Like the more I've talked to him, like I consider him like not just like like a buddy, a good like to me, I'm like yo, what up, King? Like to me, like that's the title he deserves when I'm talking to an MME. So it's not like I like the way he was saying. Maybe not
Exactly,
everyone
bro. And the
deserves it, but I like that King. Like,
only reason I stopped King, because if you check some blogs I did last year, you check old panel clips. Like I'm saying King more than anything. People actually thought I was from the East Coast. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And that's like only reason I changed it because I thought about who am I talking to every day? How do they interact? And I just genuinely felt, okay, a lot of these people, they don't appreciate that affirmation. They don't even know the energy that I'm giving them when I say King. That's one of the most respectable, one of the most respected things you can be called. So it was just a casual greeting to me at the time. What up, King? Nah, King, you got this misconstrued. I mean this. Yo, King, it's good to see you know what I'm saying? And then I realized everybody don't deserve to be called it because it's not that I don't like them, but it's like they too ignorant to what that actually means to represent yourself as a king.
Can
You
I say
feel me?
something? My nigga, if you look it up, nigga comes from negus, which actually means God the King. Funny enough, right? And then when I did the lookup, I looked
Facts.
at
Facts. But
etymology.
if y'all see that's what I'm saying. Like I'm a little tapped into the spiritual side myself, you feel me? And that's why I'm trying to stray away from saying nigga. Like people was punching on my Kemet shirt that I was wearing. And it's like, okay, I can't, attach to my roots and all of that. You feel me? Like I don't want to just be seen as another nigga to people. I want to stand for something divine. You get what I'm saying? That is like it's starting to reflect in my personality. It's
Absolutely.
starting to
I
reflect
respect it
in my
too.
wardrobe and all of that. Somebody talked about the chains I was wearing. Oh, those chains fake. They not fake at all. It's just not. It's not. No shiny shit that got somebody else a corporate industry rich. Nah, this is helping me connect with my ancestors. This is helping me stay grounded in my spirituality. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
There you
the
go.
more I spam nigga, I don't care who I'm talking to, my best friends, somebody down the street, a random anybody. It's like the more I say nigga, the more I feel detached from that.
The
Even
way
though the
Rap
root
Ref
word is
talk,
niggas.
Can I say
the way
this?
Rap
Can I say
Ref
something
talk.
real quick?
Hold
My
on
bad.
one second. The way Rap Ref talk sounds like a 55-year-old OG.
That's
Word. That's why I get
Like
called an
that's a
old head.
fact. And he's
right.
26 years old. My bad, Hazy. Go ahead, run it.
Right.
No, I was just saying, man, maturity. Like over the years, man, you just like people that say certain words, man, just leave them words alone as they grow older. It's just like I don't feel a need to say certain things whenever I never said the M word, but things that I used to do, you grow upon that because you're a grown ass man. You're not in your 20s no more. You're not a teenager no more. It's just like grow up, man. It's just leave it at that, man. Why do people got to bicker over something that's so stupid? Really, it's high
I
school
agree.
shit. It's stupid. It's below what we should be thinking. While we're trying to elevate this shit, why y'all trying to go so low and make this shit talking shit at the lunch table? I don't get it, man. That's why I keep my mouth shut. I'm a white boy. I don't know much shit. Call me what you want, but I've seen enough. So that's all I'm gonna say, man. I'm
And
gonna
that's
say
the
my
thing, bro. Somebody like me, like, and this was just one of my most recent fucking school assignments. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, the power of language is a motherfucker. Like, even if I feel a white person acts black, I'm never gonna call them a wigger because something about that just seemed derogatory. You get what I'm saying? I don't say beaner. I don't say spick. I don't say none of that. None of that degrading terminology. There's co-cultures that exist within America that even if I'm not saying it to them, they would get offended by it because people associate it with them. You get what I'm saying? And if I'm acknowledging that much, I gotta be the same way about the N-word. And I'm on record and blogs and all that, catching myself saying the N-word. I'm like, I'm sorry, I ain't mean to say that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to acknowledge that nobody should be using any form of derogatory information to talk to people on a daily basis. So that's something that I'm trying to get better with myself. But that's why I apply that. So I'm not trying to pick on Seizure or none of that. I'm just saying, like, that's a case that we gotta learn from. We gotta learn that certain things can offend people, especially in 2024, especially now.
Right. Well, there's a reason why. So I think I didn't mind like D-Money playing my older battles and stuff. Like I know some of it was a joke and shit, but there's a
Don't
reason.
play it out of context.
Well, not just that. There's a reason why I like don't do like when I battle Clip. I don't think I had like any race stuff in there, you know. And like since that battle was like 10 years ago, and it was a specific like point I was trying to make. Also, I'm not trying to say, oh, it was a different time. Like I stand on anything I said. I'm like, bro, it's battle rap. But at the same time, like Hazy was saying, I have like grown since then. And also what we were talking about, just as an artist, like I think I'm fire enough. I can write bars. Like I usually don't like take angles like that anyway. So I wasn't mad at like the conversation that it was starting about like race and battle rap and shit. I thought that was actually kind of dope. But there's just a reason like I try to steer away from that like now, you know.
Because you never know who gonna pick up something. Information is so flexible. You don't know how people gonna decipher it. I got another example. I battled blatantly. I battled Joe Pressure. So Greg the Great One. Greg is from like Seoul, Korea. He mixed with black, I believe. But other than that, he's Korean. Now, when I faced him in his round, he said he was gonna tie a noose around my neck and hang me. I didn't think too much of it. And then as the round progresses, he remixes the Mojo Jojo scheme I had, and he says, and you're like Mojo Jojo, a monkey with a cape. Now I didn't think nothing of it. But when I read the comments back on the playback, you know what I'm saying? They looking like, yo, you let this Korean say that to you? No, he's racist. He shouldn't have said that. That was the vibe. So it's like, yeah, I get there's battle rap, but when something has the potential to cause a racial tension and shit like that, it's better to be on the safe side. Now, obviously, Greg the Great One is not canceled, and I wouldn't want him to be canceled. But I think he noted that, okay, I probably was wild and I shouldn't have said that. You feel me? And that's what it's about at times. It's acknowledging, yo, I went too far. And then we move on. We all men here. Nobody crybabies, nobody females.
Right. Like even the D-Money shit, like I feel like other people felt more like honestly when he said that shit in the battle about my dad, like that bar like went right by to me. I was like, oh okay, and like I not until I saw the chat and I saw like other like my homies and shit, like oh I can't believe you said that. I was like wait, said what? Like what are they talking about? Like so it was like I didn't realize it was like that big until like I saw other people's reaction to it. To be honest, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Exactly.
We think about
And that's how all my battles go.
Right.
That's how it's like people like with the Gullah with the bareback Sean John Pauls. When he said that, I don't even think like I zoned out for a minute, and then everybody else said he said it. And I'm like, he said that? What the fuck?
Right. And I was
department for that shit.
When I said in this D-Money battle, when I said the like I said you're black and you're whack and boy was depressed. Like it wasn't just like I'm bringing it back for like right, like give me some points. I said it again. Like I was saying, he got mad that I said this. So then when I said at the end, a different part in the second, when I said I'll throw the book at him, I'll make sure that it's Pride and Prejudice. I was saying like he's being prideful and like you're like it was more like an attack at him. It wasn't. I don't know if people took that as I'm saying like
word, but even still, like when you said both of those, right? I just seen it as you flipping his angles, which that's legal in battle rap. Like that was like the core basis of his promo run and all of that. So it's like you saying that everybody went, okay, we know why Pablo is saying it. You know what I'm saying? So it has the proper context behind it to validate it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Seizure was like, it's not like ME went, yeah, and when we battle, you bet not say the N-word.
Right.
There's no context to validate it.
No, I definitely understand. I just wanted to point it because I'm like, but after I said it, I'm like, I don't know if people like got why I was saying that. You know what I mean? But yeah, 100%. But that it is crazy though, because it's like I get from like like as a free speech like enthusiast and it's battle rap and shit, it's like I'm not one to like say, oh, like you know, I'm not gonna say, oh, cancel D Money, brought up my dead dad. Like I would never do shit like that. But I also do like agree that maybe like some shit probably should be like for the betterment of the sport, like you said, professionalism, sponsor, like certain shit. Just, like my whole thing with like the D Money promo, I never like took it personally. I was just looking at it like for virtue. I was like, that's the type of shit though, like certain buzzwords like that scares like people, sponsors especially. Like I was just like, to me it was like getting like icky, you know, for virtual, not so much for me, you know. Like that was my bigger point about it, but it got to a point where I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna have to ride this out. Just wait to the battle
I
to
think
make
that's
a
an
bigger
excellent
point.
segue, so we don't have to continue the race conversation. Being that my fault started it, I was going to say, what percentage of battle rappers would each one of you guys on the panel say is even cognizant of things like sponsorships and the fiscal side of battle rap?
What percentage?
Maybe 5%.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty low, bro. Maybe 10. Well, if you look at like a verse tracker, right? And I know that's not all, but it has
Are you
like
hold on? Are you talking virtual or battle rap?
just virtual or battle rap?
As a collective.
As a collective, maybe 20%.
I feel like that might be a little high, but around there, maybe 15.
Yeah, yeah, but definitely like 5% for virtual. But but most of them know about it, but they don't fucking take advantage of it. That's the problem.
Well, even you were saying about the contract shit. You said like everyone was like eager to, you know, like a lot of people, if you just put a contract in front of them, it don't even matter what it's for. They just get so excited that they're ready to sign anything.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes. Yeah, if you didn't see the K-Rock video I made, go watch that.
Right.
Yo, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, we got 20 minutes left. Go ahead, Easy.
No, I'm just saying the gaslighting for somebody just to go out and say the M-word, that's not of color, right? I look at it like, don't do it. But people say, oh, okay, well, it was gaslighted and I did it. Me growing up, like, I don't know, man. Like, dude, I don't agree.
I feel like we kind of move on from that, to be real. I feel like we talked enough.
I don't know.
I get what you're saying, though. Like, cause I don't like that. I'm like, yeah, you should do it in the bit. Like, I don't like that, but I don't feel like you could blame another person for what you decide to say. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. It's just whenever you hear it so fucking often, and it's just, that's not how I was fucking raised. It's like, I know my way of speaking. Like, I'm not gonna go up to Rap Ref. I'm not gonna go up to ME and say that shit. I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You already I'm trying not to get canceled up here, but a lot of y'all already earn my respect enough to where I let y'all say it. I'm just being honest. Like you feel me? Like I don't think y'all would say it just for shock value or some shit like that. Like if it just naturally came out, I'm like, oh, okay, shit, okay, cool, whatever. You feel me? Like some people get the pass from me. I ain't gonna lie. Like if you convince me that, you know, if it don't sound awkward when you say it, then you good.
Rap Ref, you want me to test it out real quick?
Oh my god!
Look,
for your safety and security, I'ma say not right now. It might not be the best time.
I'm playing. I'm 40 years old. I never said this shit. I don't say this shit.
Well, look. Okay, look.
Trust
I'm
me,
so
I've been
serious.
offered
Look,
hood passes plenty of
look, y'all.
times.
I'm so serious when I say this. And at this point, I don't want y'all to make it seem I don't have animosity towards this dude. I said what I said about that one particular situation, and that's just how I feel like the possibility of battling him, right? But it actually kind of bothers me when Clip say nigga. I'm just being honest. I just heard him say it like 2 weeks ago, and he said it the day of the event. Like he typed it, and I read it like, yo, like he's bugging. He typed it. He said, "Nigga, you don't need to promo here," and I'm like, fuck everything else. All that was highlighted to me was nigga, and I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's just weird to me. I guess he got the pass, but it's like certain people gonna offend. Nah, I just see because you know you feel me? I have to be on my Sharif shit. Like
I think
I'm gonna be extra woke for that battle. I don't want that angle.
If we
B-Dot and Lux wore that angle out, I don't want to have to, you know.
If we
but
did
like
an in-person event or something. But I get what you're saying, because like sometimes like typed words, because then you're reading it like in their voice as opposed to just like here. And if you're reading it as them and you're like, what? Like I get what you're saying, like how it would stand out even more like reading it typed. You're like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, if it bothered me reading you say it, it's gonna bother me when you actually say it.
Right.
You feel me? And I heard Clip say like, yeah, my nigga, or nigga you, and I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't cool. Like, did he really just say that? You feel me? It's like, I don't know, man. That's why I was joking with Dankster. Dankster know I troll her like this. She know I be trolling. I be like, you know, Dankster, if Clip can say it, you can say it. But it's all jokes. You know, I only say that because I know damn well she gonna say fuck no.
Right. So I don't take that as like when people are like, oh yeah, you should say it, like joking. Like I don't take that as like, oh, they're like, oh, you're egging someone on. Like it's fucking jokes, and I don't care how much.
And that's the thing. It was just like Seizure. You took it too seriously. It was just a prank, bro. It was just a joke. You didn't have to say it. You didn't have to say it.
Being a follower, man. Like
I know somewhere HB is so proud right now.
They tried to get me to do it, yo.
Against
Crisis.
HB said he was proud of him. But I do want to say,
I'm like, bro, I'm not doing it.
Right. I do want to say, I think Caesar was like if we're referring to when he was on my panel, and he said, I think he was joking when he said, oh, well, that like he was like gaslighting me. Like I think he said it as a joke, but. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and sometimes you just be in the heat of the like I'm so speaking of sensitive, right? Ms. Vicious called me sensitive, y'all. But I'm so sensitive, right? Like in my third, after Innovate's damn near unbeatable third round, right? I end with that little disaster thing right before he punched Math Hoffa when he went, you fucking waste of space. I should punch you in your motherfucking face. And when I said I should virtually punch you in your motherfucking face, like I feel so bad. I'm like, nah, I'm wilding. I shouldn't have told Innovate that. So guilt immediately hit me. It's like, nah, that's too violent. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder how Seizure felt when he actually said it. Like, were you satisfied? Did it feel good? Did you instantly feel remorse? I instantly felt remorse when I told Innovate I should virtually punch him in his motherfucking face.
I like, that's so funny because when I ended, I think it was maybe the second one when I was like, oh, get the fuck out. Like, I was just so like, when I ended it, in my mind, I literally was had the words. I was gonna say, get the fuck out of my fucking virtual face. I literally was gonna say, get out of my virtual face. I was like,
it's funny. You should have, because I would have, I would have felt validated then. Like, yeah, we treated at this point. This is a real event. Like, this is in person. Like, we just hallucinating that it's in virtual because I recreated the math moment, the disaster moment. And if you was to say that, we acknowledge it. That mean we acknowledging that we talking to our opponent like they right in front of us. You feel me?
Right. Facts.
That day's coming, man.
Shoulder check.
Oh, yo, I'm crying.
Yeah, because Miss Vicious, you mean, that's why.
Yeah,
Miss Vicious is mean, y'all. She play it off nicely, but she's mean.
I do get that vibe from her. Like, she could be a meanie. You know?
It ain't like a blatant evil mean, though. It's like a cool and calm mean.
Right. What were you gonna say?
She's a dickhead, man. Nah, I mean, but, I said I claim her as black before Rio, and she have to like, are you talking shit? I was like, what?
That might offend her. I'm not even.
That's funny.
But yeah, man, salute to y'all. I just wanted to pull up and just add to the dialogue for a little while, man. I'm finna go kick it and all
Nah,
that.
that was
Hopefully
fire.
we can lock these battles in that we talked about for the ring. So shout out to everybody. Shout out Robs. I just hit up Brick Street Sprite. We seeing what's up. Fresh Coast and Sick Mosh. I'm trying to see what y'all talking about right now. We're gonna try to set something up,
It
whether it's
has to
between
be
y'all
that
brothers or
battle.
something else.
It has to be Sick Mosh versus Fresh Coast.
Yeah,
It
they do
has
have
to be
Word.
that
I
battle.
Fresh
think
Coast,
so.
the PR, like fresh, like he told me he chilling, but you know the people. This is how they hooked me. This is why I'm a virtual battle rapper now.
Right.
You do that one battle, they gonna want you to keep coming back outside. I'm just being real with you. Like you impressed
Yeah,
us enough.
but ask Pablo, like that's the battle, yo. Like Sick Mosh and Fresh Coast, that is the battle. It's the perfect fucking battle because we've heard Sick Mosh rap. Like that's the battle.
I wanna see it. I wanna see it. If
Yeah,
Fresh Coast is with it, we gonna try to make it happen. You know, if not, if Fresh Coast still want to chill or relax, we gonna work something out to where Sigma say he'll battle on the 23rd. So that's
but
all. That's all that
yeah,
I'm
we got
official.
plenty of time. We'll make
Right.
Fresh
Word.
Coast do it, but
I do want to say salute for pulling up. We had
I'll pay Fresh
got a
Coast to do it.
dope conversation.
Yeah, very
You heard that, Fresh Coast?
Yeah, I'll pay Fresh Coast to do it, but
Guaranteed money,
yeah,
just like last time.
guaranteed money.
Before
But
man, thank
but
you.
Rob's versus Brick Street needs to fucking happen. Let's go.
Yeah. So I hit up Brick Street. That's definitely gonna be main event. With respect to Kid Dangerous and
Right.
Taz, the first the battle announce. You get what I'm saying? I just think Brick Street, that matchup alone, it's gonna be fire. And apparently, I wasn't the
Brick
first to
has to
think of
be
it.
the main event.
Yeah, I wasn't the first to think of it. A depth thought of it before. Be like, God damn, he beat me to the goddamn punch. I think he asked Brick Street about it last week. He said, and Brick Street said he was down. So we definitely gonna try to lock it in, man.
Word. All right, let's get it.
Salute to y'all, man. Y'all enjoy y'all day and be blessed, man. Salute. I'm out.
You too, brother. Peace.
Always appreciate you pulling up.
Absolutely,
Dope
man.
conversations,
This
man.
was a great show because we really didn't have much for it. So
Right,
that
because
was
at
great.
first he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna like kind of like interview you about the battle." I was like, "Nah, like."
No, it wasn't about the battle.
good.
So Pablo, what I
Right.
was gonna do is I had some questions for you, and then I actually had some '90s movie trivia questions for you.
Ah. Nice.
Yeah.
Do you want
So
to end with that? Do you want to save it or what?
nah, I'm gonna save it, but I think we could probably end it now because we're ending on such a high note.
Right. Well,
Instead
do you
of
have any
dragging
more questions?
instead of dragging out the last 9 minutes. No, I mean ME asked basically the questions that I was gonna ask.
Okay.
And the other questions that they're not really, end of show worthy. They're questions that I can ask another time. There is a 4-hour interview. If you go to my playlist, there's a 4-hour interview with Pablo that it's a fucking tell all. But I am gonna do a new interview with Pablo Picasso, and it's not gonna be 4 hours, but it's gonna be another tell all. So we'll definitely make that happen. But October 8th, Tuesday at noon, DME Detroit on Unscripted Logic. So next Monday there will be an Unscripted Logic, and the Monday after that there will be not there will not be an Unscripted Logic because it will be DME Detroit episode 33. October 8th, Tuesday at noon. So I have to take the day off of work for this shit. So this is gonna be,
And I gotta get up early.
Yeah. Pablo got to get up way earlier than he's used to, and I got a fucking call out of work. So
Right.
But it's dope. Nah, Fresh Coast, you are gonna free up some time. That battle's happening. We're not doing that. I'm gonna pay you. Don't tell your boss you're sick, and I'll pay you whatever he was gonna pay you. But Yo, on that note, Pablo, you got anything you want to say before?
I just want to say, I think whatever happened at the beginning, I hope people still aren't butthurt about me giving my opinion. Like, I don't know why that's like
Yeah, not.
so much of a
Emmy
issue.
took everyone's opinion very well, and I like that he's gonna do a breakdown of his own talking about it. And
Yeah, no, I'm
I'm
just
looking
saying for
forward to
other
that.
people, like I don't know. You know, I always say like you don't have to listen to me. You don't like if you don't want to hear what I have to say, then don't pop up. Don't hit the fucking link. Don't click on unscripted
Right.
logic if you don't want to hear the unscripted logic. You know,
Yep.
that's all I have to say. I don't know.
So MME, J Rock interview on her channel. I shared it on my community tab, so you can go to that. You can go subscribe to her channel, so you can watch the interview. It's going down Thursday at 7:30 p.m. And yeah, she's gonna be interviewing me, so it's gonna be interesting. She said, "Do you want me to send you the questions?" I said, you know what? As an interviewer, that's a good thing to do to ask the person you're interviewing. But no, I do not want the questions because I just like to give genuine answers. So, but that is a smart thing for her to do as an interviewer. So that tells me right there that she knows what she's doing when it comes to interviews. So shout out to her. And it's gonna be dope. But yeah, man, DM me Detroit. It's not gonna be an interview. MME. I have a DME Detroit interview in my playlist. Go to my playlist. Go to my interviews. One on one with DME Detroit. It's absolutely fire. It's probably my second favorite video on my channel, and then this one's gonna be more of a conversation, unscripted logic style. You know what I mean? So, but with that being said, Hazy, any last words?
Yo, is my mic okay?
Yeah. I
Yo,
just
salute to you, man.
talk for some.
Just salute to Unscripted Logic. You know, tune in next time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next Monday from 6 to 9 Eastern. You know what it is. Not a part two, just a unscripted logic. See, the interviews are different from the unscripted logics. Sometimes, like when we had Jay Pyro on, yeah, it was more of an interview. When we had Rap Ref on, it was more of an interview. But like, we try not to really have it interview style. Like we want to have you on and talk to you about whatever you want to talk about, or you know, just whatever. So just the having different personalities and seeing what their interests are and things like that. So but that being said, we're pulling out.
Can we at least protect the ladies?
There are no ladies here.
Well, I'm going home then.
That's probably a good idea. We out this bitch. Peace.
Peace.